And we are live. We're live. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome tonight to the Brockton Bay Book Club. I have no intro because Nick was being goofy. Something about where are your kids? Do you know where they
You
are?
guys
Are they
ready
hanging
for
out
an
with
ultimate
chickens?
ladies' night?
There we go. Oh, no. Contact your local super divorce attorney.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the ultimate girls' sleepover here in Mega City, where we read secret diaries, get together with our friends, and play with rats.
Oh man, I remember being
Literally
a
every
13-year-old girl.
sleepover I've
Literally
ever
my
been
favorite
to.
things. Anyway, welcome tonight. This is the Brockton Bay Book Club, a podcast where we read over Ward by J.C. McCrae, better known as Wild Bow Online. A web serial about superheroes is the sequel to Worm. We go arc by arc, sometimes chapter by chapter, and discuss. It's a book club. And you can, of course, join us live on YouTube every week, every other week, or whenever we feel like it. And also contribute on our Patreon to things like the bingo, which we'll be playing tonight. Link is in description. But if you'd like to go ahead and just pop on over there for as little as $1 a month, you can be one of our patrons, hang out with us, talk with us, see some extra content, and tell us what we should or should not do when it comes to bingos and extra content. We also have a bunch of spoiler chats for all the other Wild Bow works that we sometimes post in.
Join the community. Let's do it.
Join the community. That being said, tonight we will be going over Arc 13, chapters 1 through 7. After the tail end of last week being a back and forth between hate and love, we'll see, does this live up to the momentum that we've been carrying over since the fall of Cradle? So, with that as our tone setter, let's hear some thoughts. Nick.
Oh man. I think because I don't normally take such a long break between reading. I do try to spread it out throughout between the weeks. But I was really busy, so I just got to it yesterday. And I feel like this was a nice change of pace, actually, overall. I really enjoyed these chapters. Again, maybe a tad slow in points, but unlike some of the other chapters, which were more tense and action based, this one felt like they did a lot more in a shorter amount of, I don't know what it was, but something about it, although it was slower paced, felt like a lot more happened. Maybe it's just because it's a lot more conversation based. There's a lot more character development going on inside here, but I don't know. I actually enjoyed this. I was into it. I wanted to keep reading.
Nice.
Hannah.
I was on the edge of my seat. Could not stop reading. I normally just listen to the audiobook, and I just listen while I work, but I started reading last night and was in bed, my eyes were hurting and I was so tired, but I was like, I can't stop. I gotta know. These have been honestly probably some of my favorite chapters in all of Ward thus far. I don't know. It's just been a lot of fun and I'm really excited, and it feels like everything else is just been kind of like filler, and I don't know why, but it feels like we're finally getting to it, but I can't I can't put my finger on what exactly it is, because it's all our favorite characters and there are things that are happening and we're investigating and whatnot. It just, I don't know. Yeah, I've loved reading these. This has
Nice.
been so much fun thus far.
Jacob.
Yeah, it's nice that we're all on the same page here, because I thought this was some of the strongest few chapters of Word thus far, hands down. And I think It's funny as we're like thinking about it. I'm trying to think about why that was. Um, I think a few things. One, I think Worm really benefited from having a lot of these like little mysteries in the background, right? Because as you're
Mhm.
reading it for the first time, you
Mhm.
don't know what the entities are, you don't know what shards are, and there's like you're trying to piece together what's going on. And Ward hasn't really had that. Little
Mhm.
bits of stuff, but not really. But these chapters, like there's something going on in the background, and you're trying to put it together. And that's really fun as a reader, especially with this type of setting, to just kind of be building towards that. Because then you can have a lot of fun with these like slice of life character moments because they're all sort of surrounded by the little bit of the mystery that's here. So everything sort of pushes in that direction, which lets those moments really contribute to the story rather than just feel like filler. I mean, it was like really, really fun to read. I was having a blast. I listen, if I'm not reading it, I listen to the audiobook when I'm like cooking or doing something kind of long like that. And that's what it was. I was like cooking and then I put something in the oven instead of just like going and doing something else, which I normally do. I was just like standing in my kitchen, just listening to the audiobook as,
Let's
as
go.
my stuff was baking, just like waiting. Yeah, these were some great chapters.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm also trying to think like what makes it unique. And having been reading Pale as well, I also got to what I would consider a god tier arc in that one. And it made me think about this one a lot more. I think it's because something happens in every chapter. Something different. A lot of times we will get hung up on a fight for 3 straight chapters. Which is part of a larger battle that has been taking, minimum half the arc, if not the whole arc sometimes. So it can get really boring, I think, with what's happening, what developments have had. And in this, every single chapter has minimum one thing happen. They go to a different scene, they go do something, and there is a reveal of some kind, whether it be how the universe is working, how socially things are developing, or how, like, what they're doing with the villains now and stuff like that. Like, there's a new thing in every chapter. It feels fresh, feels good. But yeah, so far might be my favorite arc. We'll see how the rest of it goes. I just was very easy to read. Um, and a lot, there wasn't a whole lot of filler in it. There really wasn't.
Yeah.
One of my big complaints is about filler, and didn't feel like there was a lot of that.
One of the nice things too, I think, is 2 additional positives for this arc so far is it plays up a couple of Victoria's other strengths that we haven't gotten to see as much. Number 1 is her ability
Mm.
to connect with people, and how
Mm.
a lot of this is, "Hey, I've done this for you." Like, whether it's talking to the wardens, talking to Colt, talking to Jessica, talking to Tattletale, Foresight, Ratcatcher, like all of those conversations feel like Victoria's built up this rapport with people, in some way. Um, and so finally getting to play out that strength of those connections she's built is really rewarding. It also plays into her kind of nerd side too, which I don't think we've gotten to see as much, and which is always really enjoyable when it comes up. Of her like, oh yeah, I know, like this is the way these kind of people think, or this is the way these heroes or shards tend to think. Uh, Um, Master Stranger Protocols gets thrown out a whole bunch, stuff like that, where it's like, okay, stuff is happening and it feels like it's playing to her other strengths more than just her battle prowess, which is we've seen a lot recently, and that's great. But getting to see more of her softer skills, so to speak, I really enjoyed too.
Yeah. I I like what you say that because it feels like she was brought onto this team to be a coach. That was her whole goal. And when she sort of started, she talked about like, hey, I'm not going to be technically Tristan's kind of the face, not necessarily the captain, but for lack of a better word,
He's team lead.
and team lead. And it feels like she has just usurped that position outright, kind of. Um, sort of by necessity. But now we've come back to the part where she's not the one she is very active in what she's doing, but it is all coaching. It is a little bit of her detectiving, but also mentoring Chicken Little in a little way. Talk especially dealing with how to deal with Kenzie, and then she goes over and she has to negotiate this, spat with Weld and Sveta, who are both her friends, but also one's a teammate, one's a former teammate, and we got to use the language and all this. And then she goes over and she's trying to coach Rain on, or not coach Rain, but like be there to talk with Rain about how he feels about Colt. Like, she is not the person dealing with the thing. She's like one step removed almost every time, it feels like. And I really enjoy seeing her as a coach in that role. It's yeah, it's what we brought her on for. It's what I'm here for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shall we dive in?
I'm
Let's do it.
ready.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. 13.1. Victoria does her exercise routine. Byron and Moonsong break up. Vicky, Vista, and Sveta talk about bodies and boys. And 4 parahumans get disappeared to a locked off world.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I had read your chapter summaries before starting, and I was like, I couldn't for the life of me remember what the 4 parahumans get. But those are the criminals, right?
Yeah, those are the
Yeah.
4 criminals.
I
Yeah.
was so lost.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, what did I forget to read? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Um.
interesting.
Yeah. Little fun. Lot of, again, it's that like little fun slice of life moments, right? Getting to see Victoria
Yes.
with her physiotherapy journal and exercises, right?
Mhm.
Getting, marking down stuff like that. The doing what friends do, watching one of their friends with a girl of like, oh, what do you read the body language? What do you think's happening? Oh, I think,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Clearly a breakup. Like, come on, guys.
and Rain's like, no. I think he's gonna seal the deal.
Oh, Rain.
Oh,
Rain,
Oblivious
poor
to
Rain.
always.
gosh.
Oh, Rain, no.
He got the ability to barely do anything, and he lost the ability to do anything.
No.
Yeah, he's still only a couple weeks post cult. We got to give him some time.
Jesus, I don't want to hear about the timeline again.
Yep. But yeah, just lots of little fun moments in there, right? I feel like it's part of what makes this arc unique. Vista talking about her tits was really funny. Victoria just being
Yes.
like, I don't know if I like that you're talking about them so freely, Vista.
She's like, "What tits? I don't got any anymore. I'll
ain't
talk
got
about them all
any
I
no
want.
more.
I've
they've been
earned
ripped
this.
Hilarious.
I got chainsawed one of them off."
Oh, that was so funny. Cause like you think about the like the battle scars that you get. And she's just like what? Listen. And I love that so much. Like, little V is not little V anymore. Like, Vista's grown up, and I love that. I love seeing that, and it makes me like weirdly nostalgic and sad for like, because they mention Clock Blocker I think in the next chapter, and it just kind of like, oh man, like we lost so many people. Actually, they brought up a lot of people in these couple of chapters, like
passed away wards.
Yes, and this kind of like feeling of like, well, where would they be now, and all grown up, and but yeah, no,
Which,
I love the little girl talk. Is like very fun.
although at the same time, I feel like it's an indication that in Victoria's absence, who took up the reins of mentoring Vista, and it really seems like it might have been Clock Blocker.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Good job, Dennis.
Yeah.
I mean, he did.
Dennis.
Yeah. I mean, it did seem like he was this reluctant, I'm going to be the team lead for all of 6 months, and it's stupid, and I don't want to. But he seemed like he had a really good heart, and I think he would have been. Fine.
It's the classic meme of like the dad who doesn't want the pet dog, and then 6 months later, is best friends with the pet dog.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
on the couch with the pet dog, like watching football.
Yep.
Bless.
Yeah.
I hope we get to see a little bit more of, because I know we got a glimpse of his Valkyrie soul or whatever it was in the one interlude. So I'm hoping
Yeah.
be fun to
She
return
is
to
trying
that.
to bring people back, maybe.
I know,
We
right?
don't
Trying to
know
make
exactly
bodies
how
for
that
them.
I
would
had
work,
forgotten
but
about that. Oh man.
Yeah, that was
I don't know how I
that was
You'll know he
That
has
was
a
an
soul when
interlude.
he like pops his head out and finally summons him and he's like, "Hey, how's my Valkyrie doing?" And they're like, "You know what? Unsummon."
Unsummoned.
Nah,
Goodbye.
never mind. It's not worth the trouble.
Go back, go back. Yeah.
How do I take the
back,
soul
go
back
back,
out of it? Yes, and
Yeah.
as Rachel pointed out, Little V ain't got no teeth no more.
Oh.
Oh. TT in the chat for Little V.
Titties. TTs.
No,
and
just like two small
TTs
X's
and-
for where they would have been.
Oh no. I mean, let's be honest. They get in the way a lot. As a girl, there's very many times where you're just like, "Fuck it, chop them off."
Yeah,
I'm
but
done. There's
she's
too much
16.
trouble.
She just got them.
I
Tough.
Wait, is she really 16?
I think she's only 16.
I thought she was 18.
Thank you. I also thought she was
18.
18. I feel way more comfortable talking about her boobs if she's 18.
Let's say she's 18.
Oh
just makes it
gosh,
easier.
timelines are weird.
You know what? We'll split the difference. 17.
No.
Because I think she's
All
like
right,
13,
then.
14. When
Yeah,
you're
let's
right.
just move on for that.
Okay,
Hang on.
stop. Let's stop. No. It went from.
Hang on, I'm
"This is
looking it
hilarious"
up.
to,
I'm looking
"We
it
gotta-
up.
we gotta move." Thank you. I would feel a lot better if we know. Gosh.
Okay, so she is 17 at this point in time.
Motherfucker.
Damn it.
Hey, well,
First thing, I'm never wrong.
But she's 18 by the end of Ward, so
You know,
retro.
no,
Okay,
this
no,
is getting into
no,
weird
no,
territory, and I'm gonna
stop,
cut us off.
stop,
here.
stop.
Moving on.
feeling like
I'm
that
gonna
one
cut us off.
scene in the
I'm
Mark
gonna cut us
Wahlberg
off here.
Transformers where they have to have the whole scene to justify the relationship with
Oh, the guy has the Romeo and Juliet
Yeah.
law card
Oh,
in his
no.
wallet.
in his wallet.
No.
Why the
Oh
okay.
no.
What a great time.
No.
I do
No.
love stuff like that on the subreddit, the / shitty movie details, where it's like
Yeah.
somebody's like, this character has a card with the Romeo and Juliet law on it in his wallet. This is a subtle nod to the fact that the director is a pedophile.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Exactly.
Anyways.
Also, Rachel, this ain't gonna get nuked. The kid in the rock concert didn't get nuked. What makes us get turned off?
Yeah, we're fine.
We're fine.
Oh,
We're not big
Yeah.
enough for
We are
anybody to care.
monetization.
Bigger than
Oh,
Kid
yeah.
Rock.
We're bigger than Kid Rock. I wish.
I know it's
I
a
wish.
low bar, but geez.
Our one sponsor is gonna pull their
Yeah,
sponsorship,
exactly.
so.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Anna,
calm
no.
down, Midbury.
Anna, no.
For real.
The power I yield.
See, this is what's wrong with capitalism right here.
Yeah.
Censoring your good ideas, Alan.
Censoring.
My great ideas, first off, also the whole like, oh, well, I have 51% of the shares, so I can.
You also design your
yeah.
merch, my dude.
So
Yeah.
thank
Watch
goodness that
yourself.
Byron and Moonsong break up. We can be glad for that at least.
Oh, thank
didn't like her
God!
anyway.
I thought they were broken up already.
gonna say, I
This has
didn't
been
even
dragging
realize.
on.
They were
since-
never together.
Right. Okay.
Yes, they fucking were.
This is the like they were never
like,
officially
recently,
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't been together recently. And it's one of those like probably they'd always had one of those understandings of like, oh well, you know, if
We'll wait. I'll
maybe-
wait for
yeah,
you.
I'll wait for you,
Fuck
and then just
right
kind of like
off.
that's not gonna work.
Your babies, please don't listen. All our high school viewers out there, there aren't any, but don't
I
do
hope
this.
not.
Just
Hope
move
not.
on
No.
with your life, please. You're very young. Please don't.
No.
In your 20s too.
If you're in high
Don't.
school,
Just
go do your
don't.
homework. What are you doing here?
Go do your fucking homework. It's
Also, all I'm saying is-
8:23. Shouldn't you be in bed by now?
That's
Isn't it
right.
past your curfew? Yeah.
All I'm saying is by the by the end of this, the only relationship we've still got going strong right now is Golem and Ava.
How dare
Oh
you.
yeah. True.
So
True.
we're gonna stand for that for
Alright.
the time being.
Well,
For the time being.
For the time being. I don't know.
For the
I've got hope for Victoria and Annalise. I've got some
Thank
hope.
you.
for it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes,
Don't you
I
mean
agree.
lace?
Lace.
Lace.
Yeah.
It just,
Hi,
it just,
Lace.
it was
Mm.
Jacob. You'll get this. The dispatch where she is like, Robert, let me know if you need anything. The blonde blazer touches his shoulder and then walks off, and then immediately she leaves screen. Chase looks down and goes, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah.
Hey, Lace. Hey, Victoria, can I speak to you for a moment? What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
What
Hey,
was
Lace,
that?
y'all fucking
Y'all fucking y'all meet up on rooftops now? What's
Listen,
happening?
listen,
the pro
If-
ZD. Oh, they fucking.
Oh, they fuck.
listen. If Lace is what she needs to get through to get to Moose, then I'm game for it. Is all I'm saying.
Thank you. Ah,
Lace
a man
walks
of
so Moose can
culture, I
run.
see.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Wait, who else is it? Because there's
Rachel
it's
pointed
the
out
dude.
also Foil and Parian are
Foil and Parian are
thank you.
longer
Oh,
couple,
bless.
so we do have
Foil-
There are-
Foil-
my bad.
They're
Foil
like
and
our old
Parian.
maids at this point. They're kind of our old
They
maids. at this
honestly
point,
kind of
honestly.
are the old married
Yeah, they
couple,
really
if
are.
you will, in terms of
Adorable. We
life
love it.
expectancy.
Yeah, Thelma and Louise in it.
What was the name of the dude who would like take people's powers for a second?
Sprite.
Sprite.
Sprite. Okay, so
Jinx.
listen. Come closer. I ship Victoria with Sprite, Annalise, and Moose. She has her pick. She has
Sprite's
the
kind of an asshole.
hero. I think
Okay,
Sprite's funny.
really?
I find
'Cause
Sprite
I haven't
very
found him to
funny.
be an asshole, just so much as he's like
Cheeky.
He's-
just always
he's
cheeky.
cheeky.
Presumptive, I think. I think he's presumptive. And I think Victoria would avoid him if for no other reason than the fact that he borrowed Sveta's power and used it better than her in front of her.
That was
Yeah.
I
yeah,
think
that was
that-
not
That's
great.
true.
I think that's
was
where I
low.
was like, a little. There's just something
Yeah,
about
that
him that's
that
like,
wasn't great.
I feel like you're. It's the anything you can do, I can do better kind of vibe I get from
Yeah,
him.
but that's not his fault for being able to do it better. It's just
No,
This-
but
this was
see,
power.
it's not just
we
his
ban him
power,
from the
but it's
chat?
also his vibe.
He does have that kind of like, but it also kind of comes across as like very
Yeah.
competitive and like cheeky and funny and like I could dig it. I don't
fair.
think
Fair.
I don't know, but I mean honestly, Annalise and Victoria, they're looking
yeah.
good.
They're
Yeah,
looking for
liking the
Bernard, we're
dynamic.
not saying that Foil and Parian's relationship is falling apart. We're saying that they are the longest going,
No.
strongest going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, they're
the
the best.
most
They,
they're the
and
most
after
functional
this,
couple.
after what we've read, there's not any other relationships that are still intact other than them, and then
Everybody
Ava and
else is falling apart. They're
I mean,
the
I
only
guess
ones.
the
We still got-
Martins,
We've
but
still
do we
got
really want to
Robo-
count them?
We've got Robo Mom and Cop Dad around still.
Yeah.
Robo
Oh,
Mom and
okay,
Cop Dad.
all right, gotcha.
Dragon and
and
Defiant.
Yeah.
Okay, now listen here.
You're okay.
Wait, technically, aren't they? Isn't Parian? God, Parian, Jesus fucking Christ. Parian and Foil a longer relationship than Defiant and Dragon
True. I
know?
was just talking about other long-term relationships
terms of
we've seen. In
Okay,
terms of
strength
but
other-
see,
and
here's the thing.
longevity, yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Dragon and
They can-
Defiant. When did they put a label on it? Because
Have they even?
Listen.
Have
They've
they
been
even?
they've been plugging USB chargers into ports for a
Yeah,
long
they've been swapping
time.
code
for a
No
long time.
So much
way,
code, so much code.
oh yeah,
it.
Lots
there's
of
been a
swapping.
lot of RAM getting jammed in and out. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Downloading and uploading
that.
all day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
uploading and
buffering.
downloading and downloading and
Yeah.
uploading.
Overheating that hard drive, if you know
Oh,
what I'm
that's right.
All
Nothing
that RAM.
Microsoft about this. Oh.
See, what I love is Michael makes the faces that my brain is making, which is just fantastic. It's just
come on.
I just like
Tell
look
me you
over
don't
and
wanna
Michael's
see
just
Arms Master, Defiant, get down on one knee, pop that ring, that ring case open just to have a little like flash drive in it. Says, "Will you USB mine?"
Yeah.
USB mine.
mine.
Oh no.
Every Valentine's Day.
I hate it.
Oh, no.
Also, yeah, happy Valentine's Day. That's this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it
this
is.
week. Happy Valentine's Day. You know what? We did not time this. To
Yeah, I
be
was gonna say
the relationship episode.
We nailed
but
it.
Shit.
Nailed it.
We did
Yeah.
nail it.
Oh, my eyes twitching again. uh,
Me every
Anything else in that chapter?
Oh,
Other
hold
than
on.
the-
Fran has
Yes.
a great
Oh, so
point.
many
Dragon
things.
literally rearranged his insides after the mannequin attack, which was a month before Perry and got Lily as a henchman.
Hey,
Ooh,
there you
well said. Well
well.
There you go.
said.
That's
go.
great.
Oh, fantastic.
I always knew Dragon was a top. Uh,
And we always knew that
Yeah.
Defiant was a bottom.
Yeah.
we did. We did know. We did know.
A brat, if you will.
A brat. Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
The villains in other worlds.
No.
Yeah,
We still
well.
we still have things to address. The poly shipping. As it stands now, because Rachel also pointed out, there is the obvious the poly option, which is all of the above for Vicky.
Oh, that's right, of course.
Listen,
True. Always.
you know I'm on that train.
First off, we already know that Moose is bisexual, so that's plus.
Bless.
Okay.
We love.
Annalise gives off
We love a bisexual man.
strong bisexual energy. So
Absolutely,
does.
100%.
and tell
my
me
gosh,
that
oh my
Sprite
gosh.
isn't pansexual. Look me in the eye. Tell me that Sprite isn't pansexual.
Look, you look me in the eye.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that.
So.
Okay, you know what? I'm willing to drop Sprite off the list. I'd be fine with Annalise, Moose, and Vicky. I'd be
Alright,
more
settled.
than
The
happy.
little throuple.
Little
Yeah.
throuple.
As
There
it
you go.
stands, though, let's just say one
Delicious.
for one.
Scrumptious.
Quick show of hands, and you didn't chat. Team Annalise.
Over Moose? Oh no.
Over Moose? Yeah, I don't know how I feel. What's the second option? I'd like to know the second
Moose.
option before I
Moose.
vote. Oh,
Second
Moose?
option's Moose.
I vote Moose. I'm
Yes,
a Moose
good.
person.
Really?
Yeah, Moose.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, Moose.
I mean, I also
I
really
love
like Moose.
Annalise, but Moose is.
Here's the thing.
Moose is a.
Moose
clear
is a
winner.
good boy.
Annalise and Victoria would have a nice time, but I feel like Victoria and Moose had the banter.
And they
Like
had.
they had the banter to
fun.
have the great time. You know what I mean? It's like
Yes.
it's like
100%.
the
Also,
little
fair.
step
she's
up.
already
We,
scarred
you know
his
what?
face.
We haven't seen enough of Annalise, but we have seen a lot of Moose.
It's true.
You're
We could
right.
see
You're
more of
right.
Annalise.
Moose is pretty darn good.
Moose is a good boy.
Oh,
a
he's
good
such a
Moose
good boy. Ah, all
We
right.
love him.
Well,
Backing up a little bit to breakfast.
oh yeah, right.
Oh yeah, back to the beginning.
Speaking of sexual tension.
Oh, whoa! I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about.
actually,
Okay, Nick, would you? No, please go on.
No, just every interaction. Why does every interaction Ashley has with Victoria feel like? I don't know. Again,
It's a
they're
loaded
about to do the
interaction.
like the stomp up to them and then just grab them and make out.
exactly.
Like,
So,
you frustrate me
you
so
using
much,
the
and then
black
they just
towel?
hate
Yeah,
fuck.
are you using the? Are you
can't
using
believe you
the
used
white towel?
Yeah.
Black towel. Like I was using
It's
the
only
black
natural
towel
that I would
because
get the black
other
towels
Ashley
after.
left. Clearly,
Yeah.
I would have the black, and then like pinned against the wall. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like,
Yes,
you want me
I'm
to
only
put-
letting you pin me because I'm allowing it.
Well, it doesn't
I'm
help too.
allowed.
I do feel like Swan Song gives off very strong tsundere vibes of like, it's not like I like you,
Absolutely.
but I
Yeah.
made you tea and breakfast.
Yes,
Baka.
Yeah.
but I made you tea and breakfast.
Anyway, I
love it
love.
so much.
Yeah,
Much
and they
fun.
were roommates.
They were roommates.
As courtesy of Fran over there. No, but I love her coming
Fran
out
is
and
on
then
it today.
yeah, and Rachel. We've got a
And Rachel.
great.
Guys, popping
Great
off.
lineup.
Way to go, you guys.
But yeah, no, breakfast with she walks out and we have Lookout talking with Ashley. I thought that was they were having their breakfast together via like
Very
Mhm.
cute.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
that was
cool.
nice.
Discord. I was like, oh, I like
Little
that.
Discord breakfast.
It just it warms my heart towards Ashley just a little bit more.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, Ashley. Yeah.
Ashley got good when Damsel showed up just to
Yes.
show us. And I think it wasn't just us. I
great
think it was
Ashley.
also Ashley seeing like, God damn, am I that annoying?
Yeah.
I think
right.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
She
true.
like mellowed out a little bit. And also like her
Mm.
interactions with Kenzie have always been so good, I think, for both of them. And like she's taken on such a not quite motherly role, but like a really good aunt role. for
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kenzie, which
She's motorcycle aunt.
Yeah.
she's great.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Just what the doctor
Yeah.
ordered.
Yeah. And then talking about outfits with Chicken Little, and talking about how Rain is, his standard for like fashion and being cool.
So funny.
Was that in 13.1 already?
That's what I have in 13.1. I forget if
Oh, that's crazy.
I think
if
that's
it was
later.
he that
Chicken Little
said
there?
that.
Was Chicken Little there talking with Lookout or something like that? Maybe that's a possibility.
It's something like that, because she's going through her like
Could
all
be
the different
so.
outfit looks and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
And all the children get together and talk about the outfits that they're putting together.
Oh, that one's
And
later.
That's
actually.
later.
No,
That's-
no, it's not. It's
Oh
when
no,
they,
there is one with Breakthrough, and then there's another one with the Heartbroken later.
because there's one way later when she goes to see Tattletale, but this is the one where it's
Yeah.
I think maybe Kenzie mentions to Rain that Chicken Little gets his fashion from, or something like that. Maybe it's not like
Maybe.
Chicken Little himself saying
yeah,
it.
because
I
everybody
don't
everybody
remember.
just goes like, Rain, really? Which is true. Like, come on, man.
Rain's like, "What do you mean? I'm cool. I'm so cool,
You're
guys."
so
I'm gonna
cool.
cool it. I promise you guys, I really am. Oh,
And then I do like the solution to the lack of a jail problem. They're like, "We're gonna give you the supplies to survive in a random locked off world. Best of luck to you. We'll check on you in a month."
best of luck.
Which, like, no
So, yeah.
lie, isn't this just what you did with that other place? But there's no building now to take care of them. It's just like,
I mean,
hey, see your
basically.
probation portal in a couple weeks.
I'll be
Yeah, I think
honest.
the difference is the separation of people, right? They're just dropping them all across the world, so they're not
Mhm.
interacting.
Exactly. So they don't run into each other.
They're in solitary, basically.
It sounds like heaven to me. I'll be like, just
I agree. It like you're just
oh
out in the woods.
no.
Oh no, I'm alone
Oh, no,
out in the woods with no
You've thrown
people.
away the key. A whole month. Oh.
A whole month? Oh no.
I think that's basically what Yamada did. Was like,
Yeah.
I can't, because she's just been eating leftover pizza in a tiny cramped apartment, working freaking 16-hour shifts and whatnot, and
Right, yeah.
not having a life. And then they're like, hey, so the portal thing's fixed. We can go back, and she's out there like doing her little Stardew Valley
It's like
garden.
hoeing her
she's
carrots
like-
and she's like,
Oh no!
I'm good.
Are you sure it's still up? And Dragon's like, whoops, I gotta go fix some things for another week. She's like,
Yeah.
good. These radishes are almost ready.
Yeah.
the parsnips are almost
Yep.
ready for harvest.
She's just like, are they dead? Like, no. Okay, I just call me when they're almost dead. I got this little garden. I'll go when it's done.
In timeline, how long was Yamada gone for?
No.
2 weeks.
Like 2
Like a
weeks.
week,
No.
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
As it was
my
pointed out
gosh.
to me before the podcast, a month has passed since the beginning of the book.
Yeah.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my.
I think in mentally, I just insert like a week between each chapter, basically.
I know. I do say
Yeah.
exact. Yes, same.
But it's been like, didn't they say it's been a bit of time since, because people are healing? Because you don't just heal from a huge gunshot wound in yourself. That takes time.
I will say, I think between the last chapter and this one, I think there have
Last chapter.
been the most amount of time between arcs.
Yeah.
There did
I
feel
think
like
all
a
the
little
others
bit.
are almost entirely back-to-back days.
on top of each other.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
man.
Makes
I need
sense.
like a calendar of
sense.
events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone could do me a
Yeah.
timeline. That'd be great. In
Well-
visual format. I need it in visual format, not bullet point.
That'd be cool.
Mhm.
13.2, perhaps.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Breakthrough visits the new Warden bunker and tests Lookout's new mega project. Rain and Colt have at it. Yamada, who's finally back, holds a therapy reunion that excludes Victoria. So, before we get to the Yamada stuff here and in 13.3, I found all the stuff again, just like this little stuff, right? Where like Lookout her security system and all the quirks of it and how it works and everybody's frustrations with it is like, no, that's a good thing. Because if you're frustrated with it, then somebody trying to figure it out will be so mad
Yeah.
that they'll just leave. Like,
Right.
and just all that little stuff, getting to see the new warden bunker being put together. Although
Mm.
maybe in my mind, I thought superheroes could build stuff faster. Like, I don't know. I just
You would
Maybe the
think.
superhero building guy died.
maybe.
Sorry.
Yeah, Concrete
God.
Man died in Gold Morning. It's just been
Yeah.
slow going ever
Terrible. Oh no.
since.
Not El Concreto.
El Con-
That's fantastic. Oh,
Which is
El
a reference to a
Concreto.
person that one of our friends met at a wedding.
El Concreto.
They were a
Great
supervillain.
nickname. Well, there you go. Yeah, cool stuff there. Just those little things. Rain's conversation with Colt makes me feel like I wonder if there's still a little bit of bleed through, even though he's talked like they haven't shared the tokens. Nobody's really done anything with them. It makes me wonder if maybe there is still some manner of bleed through from Love Lost. I don't know. I'm just kind of I got like unnaturally angry vibes from him in that conversation.
Mm.
Mm,
Granted, I get it though. I get it.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a frustrating experience.
immensely.
He's
Also,
just like,
the
yeah.
just the comment multiple times being made of like, is she on drugs? Are you on drugs? Like, no, she's not.
Mhm.
Of all the people we're dropping off on planets to fend for themselves, I don't feel good about dropping Colt off on a planet. She clearly has the autonomy to like make decisions for herself, but also like so clearly in this conversation doesn't really know what's going on. Like she doesn't really grasp
Yeah, right.
what has happened and the consequences of what's happening to her and what that's going to actually mean.
Yeah.
And I mean, I take some comfort in knowing that because she shares the mind palace with Rain, that Rain can like keep an eye on her, and if she's actively starving to death, we can get her out. But there's just a certain level of like, I don't know this. I don't think this is the right choice for Colt. Like, obviously, she's her predicament, her situation is.
Mhm.
I mean, she's gotten herself into a heap of trouble, but.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of I saw one time this video of this person in court who I believe she was driving under the influence and it hit somebody, and it was a fatal accident for the other person, and she was receiving her sentencing and she was very like happy go lucky and just like she very clearly didn't understand how serious it was until the judge
Right.
said, I want you to realize you're going away to prison for, like 30
Yeah.
years. Like this is
A long
and she
fucking
was like
time.
she was like 17, right? So she was like, and then that was like
Yeah.
you see the shift in the mindset of like, oh crap, I've ruined my life. And I feel like that's what we're witnessing here is her like the disassociation with consequences, and then it all kind of hits her right at the end, right? Which is what we see with Rain.
Right.
And
Yeah.
she's like, so this is real, like this is actually happening. This isn't a dream.
Right.
I can
Oof.
imagine you take drugs and you're on this crazy high, you get powers, it's this wham blam experience, and then
Yeah.
you probably think to yourself, like, am I still dreaming? Is this even real? Like, what's even happening? Am I still on a
Yeah.
trip? And it's just gone bad. And her kind of finally realizing, no, this is real. I've screwed up. It's
Ugh.
It
crazy.
does feel like she got the powers by basically getting on uppers and then,
Never came down.
shifted. Yeah, and then never came down. Like she is just ever since she triggered, she has kind of stayed in that state
Yeah.
mentally. It feels like
They
she
also
wasn't.
talk about. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say because she wasn't this bad before. Like she was a teenager,
Right.
and with all the dumbheadedness that comes with that. But like she was aware of reality, like the tenuous
Yes.
situation that she was in when she takes the drugs. Like she, looks at Nailbiter and she's like I fucked myself into this situation. I can't get a way out. Like, and this is just her kind of being. She's vaguely aware of it, and now she is just completely untethered from reality, which is part and parcel of how with her power, about how she moves so fast and
With the
just kind of
breaker
doesn't have this
state, yeah.
right. So like the disassociation really hitting home there. Like,
Yeah. And they
but it
do
makes me,
mention Oh, I'm sorry, Alan, I didn't mean to cut you off again.
I was
Go
gonna say
ahead,
it just
please.
reminds me of all the times talking about a friend who's does public defense, and you get teens who do have
Yeah.
a little bit of mental something going on, and it's hard because a lot of them aren't dangers to other people, but some are. Some are dangers to other people just because of, they're not on meds, they don't have a good support system, yada, yada. And that if you did release them, this would happen within the month again, like whatever they did. And,
Yeah.
obviously that's terrible. And in this case, like, I was thinking through the scenario. What if we did have Colt join a team? What if she joined Breakthrough? I think she would end up accidentally killing somebody, a civilian, a villain, somehow for, no reason, just accidentally. And then she would just, oops, and then move on, and everybody would be just in shock. And how many times does that have to happen before you do throw her in the portal? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Rough. I do get, though, to play the devil's advocate, I do get her thing of like, why does he get his sentence pended talking about Rain? And
Yeah.
I'm,
I was thinking about that.
I've had one bad day and I was in with a bad group of people and misguided, and I don't get. And I think, though,
not
the
wrong.
difference, yeah, like I get her argument. I guess the biggest difference is that Rain came to the conclusion on his own that what he did was wrong. And
Yeah.
for her, it
Yes.
would feel more like you said, Alan, that disassociation of like, people are telling me what I did was wrong, so I guess I should feel sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
definitely a problem.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's always tough reading it and remembering that this pace is like she's had her powers for 3 weeks, and she did, most of her having power, and being bad for an evening essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, she's had her time to stew in a cell, to think about like
Yeah.
she doesn't know everything. She doesn't know all the details of what went on necessarily. She's
Yeah.
got, like she said, no time to figure this out. I think this is the right decision. However, like, given the chance, I think we could have worked through something,
Yeah.
gone to
Yeah.
I
therapy
mean,
for a little bit, give her something to work on. And she's
something,
right.
yeah.
Rain had time to work through it and figure it
Mhm.
out, and ultimately turned himself in. I don't think she would have turned herself in necessarily, but she hasn't
Mhm.
had the time to process and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, realistically, can she survive? Because realistically, I don't think she can. Like, find food for yourself, hunt, build a shelter. Like, those feel like basic things, but I don't know if she's capable of doing that. Like, I don't know if she's capable of doing that at all. Like, I feel like there's a very good chance that she either starves or freezes to death because it's still winter, or she takes her own life because it's just too miserable. Like, I don't like that these are our options for Colt. Like, I feel like we could, like, obviously the birdcage was a specific scenario that we no longer have, and the planet option is the next best thing. But at least in the birdcage, you had other people, you had a roof over your head, you had food, you had lodging, you had a system, however broken that it was, that would offer you some sort of I hate myself even saying while I'm saying it, but basically that, like, that's better than being on a planet by yourself where you're gonna just freeze to death or starve to death. And I just don't
think the
feel
climate
good
there
about this
was
decision.
ideal and whatnot,
Yeah.
which doesn't
Sure.
make the hunting or anything else
No.
easier. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still have animals and
Temperate climate,
nighttime.
but
Yeah, being alone
And-
is its own torture, right?
yeah,
Absolutely.
I
Especially
think being alone
somebody-
for
Colt
Colt,
in the state.
yeah, in particular.
Yeah.
J-Man
But she's
pointed
not
out
truly
way
alone.
earlier, leaving people in the wilderness is super dangerous and as mentally damaging as solitary confinement.
Yeah.
Unless
yeah.
you're Jacob, because he wants to be alone.
I was gonna say Jacob and I would thrive, but anybody else is
They just put me in coach.
As they pointed out, as Victoria pointed out though, like you have Rain. Should anything go wrong, tell Rain.
yes.
We'll do what we can to
We
help
can
you.
do something about it. Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Chuck you a sleeping bag in through the portal or a fishing
Gosh.
pole or something.
Those-
Like just anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those nighttime. It sounds like those nighttime times have just gotten so awkward now. They just sit there in silence.
Yeah, oh my god.
And like, because Colt was like, Rain and I were talking, but then Love Lost looked at me funny, and I stopped.
Like you can the manipulation. I won't even say it's not manipulation. The pressure clearly that Colt is so quick to just do whatever she's told. You treat her nice for half a second, and she'll do whatever you want. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the ones making that decision.
Nope. Well, moving on, shall we?
Yeah.
Because we get just at the end, basically the peak of like, oh, Yamada's back. Oh, she excluded Victoria, but why? So let's
Yeah.
find out. 13.3. Antares, Vista, and Solar Stare hang out and play for time. Jessica and Victoria talk. Vicky is being framed, but she doesn't take it well. Victoria decides to get desperate and clear her name. The first thing I want to say is, where does Solar Stare come from? Like out of nowhere. And second,
Out of fucking nowhere. The
all it
drywall.
is,
Good
all it is,
God.
all it is literally that meme, the Breaking Bad meme, where Walt's like, Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the whole time Solar Stare's talking.
Yeah.
He's like, man, people are just like, some people are fucky and you want to fuck some and some you fuck with. And she's like, Vista's just like, Solar Stare, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody knows.
You gotta
Solar
deal.
Stare,
I'm
shut
sorry about her.
up.
She has CBT, or not a CBT. She had not CBT. She has a.
What is it?
What's the?
Not cock and ball torture.
No.
No,
Not- or
it's
cognitive
she got
behavioral
thrown
therapy.
against a wall and her
She
brain
has
is weird.
Concussive brain trauma. Oh, it is CBT. Yeah. Yeah.
Concussive
Yeah, there you go.
traumatic
Concussive brain trauma.
injury.
Sure. There we
No.
go.
Whatever. She literally was one person and then she got yeeted into a wall and now she's a different person.
CTE is what it's called, I think.
CTE. There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, she which is there's an interesting thing that goes on here with arc to arc, or not arc to arc, but chapter to chapter so far, and that there's a weird like leapfrogging effect where we're having doubling up because we start this one with a kind of out of nowhere talking scene right at the beginning with no explanation, but the next chapter also starts with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you're like prepped for it because
Weird.
of this one. And also we just had a chapter that was with, dealing with somebody who's partly because of powers, but also because of things going on, not quite there, and the responsibility of their actions and whatnot. And then we immediately jump from Colt to Solar Stare, who is also kind of like that.
Yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
to them
Very
felt
altered.
very
Very much so.
parallel.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
that
that
was a
was
yeah, that was something.
yeah,
Plus,
that
just
was
the
something.
visual image of her like crying light while she's talking about this excitedly is just like, it's
Yeah.
like
So weird. And she
okay.
doesn't blink either. So she's just kind of like, whoa, please blink. She doesn't blink until she winks at Victoria. And that's
Yeah.
the blink. And Victoria's
And
like,
it's
she
like a
hasn't blinked in,
splashy
like,
wink where it's
four
like
and a half.
I gotta imagine one of those really,
So
really
weird.
creepy, like just
Yeah.
just those like slow little.
The doll blink,
Yeah, the doll,
Terrifying.
the doll blink. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
so weird.
It's like Rachel
Oh, it
says,
hurts
it's
my
like
eyes
Skid
doing
Mark's
it.
soul got put into her.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Skid
Yes.
Mark, rest in peace.
It's
Post
Oh,
heaven,
hear
Skid
me
Mark.
out, hear me out. I got this idea for an isekai.
No.
You take the worst human being, the worst villain you've ever met, but he gets put in a new body and he learns to be a better person. He's still a little bit rough around the edges. Also got
Very
put in the
rough around the
body of
edges.
like a 20-year-old girl. So
Oh,
Oh,
I
gosh.
present
Funny.
to you my life in another world, because the last world got destroyed, and so we're dealing with what we've got now.
And I hate
And I
that
was a
title.
drug
Thank you
dealer.
so much. Yeah, I hate that so much.
Not even the third longest isekai title out there.
Exactly.
Doesn't even make the top 10.
Yeah.
true. Well, I really am like, I remember reading that conversation and feeling like, I think I get what she was trying to say.
I
And
don't
now I'm trying to remember it, and I'm like, I don't think
think
she
I
was
got it
making
at
sense,
all.
actually.
nope.
She
I
was
thought
talking
she was cooking
about
for a second.
Yeah.
she got near the stove, but I don't think she was cooking.
No. Because hear me out. What the
It's like
point
the
that I
LaCroix
thought
of cooking.
she was getting to was
She had the
that
pan on the oven, but it wasn't turned on.
Mm.
no. She put the
was.
pan on the oven. She put all the ingredients in. She was cooking, but she just didn't keep an eye on it, so it burned. Because she got distracted, literally. So no,
Basically.
she's saying there's the 4 categories of like fucky, fuck with, fuck, and monster. What she was
Yeah.
trying to say was Victoria's all of those. She's fucky, because cause she wants to be fuck with, because she's got all these connections and people want to deal with her. But she's you want to fuck her because she's I don't know, Solar's just hot, thinks she's hot or something like that. You've got
Doing great, Alan.
whatever the other one is where she's got complicated things
Frustrate.
going on, hence the fucky part. And then no, the last one was
The last
that
one was
frustrated?
frustrate. Well, it was cock block is what she said, but Victoria's like, frustrate is alliteration. You should use that instead.
Yeah. Frustrate, where
Yeah.
her whole thing is like, is a lot of frustrating villains. That's literally raised on. And then also monster with the wretch. So like, I think she was cooking, like she nailed it. She just couldn't finish the thought.
Yeah, she couldn't articulate what she was thinking. Very, very, very odd character.
Very traumatic brain injury coded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh man.
man.
And I love the whole
mean, she's
Vista was
fun.
like, I feel bad because I kind of like her more now, but
Yeah.
but I feel
Yeah.
bad because her personality changed after she hit her head.
Right.
Oh man, goodness gracious. Well, putting that fun bit aside, we get into the worst part of this section.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
Mm.
this talk between Jessica and Victoria just it made me so sad and uncomfortable.
Oh, it
and
killed me. Oh.
Yeah, that was rough.
This was rough. Although, can we just point out a couple things?
Yes. please.
Because one, Yamato wasn't really worried about Chris, but Hannah is. You are. What's the word I'm thinking of? You did
Right?
win that Chris was. Yeah, that Chris was the initial part of the group that she was worried about. Like
Yeah.
that
She
was
was
her big word.
She said, you guessed it, that was my biggest concern.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
However,
then,
However,
Yeah,
vindication for those of us who were secretly like, Victoria's
absolutely.
the biggest
When
concern.
I was thinking the same thing as I was reading. I was like, we're all right.
I was like, okay, look, we
Yep.
nailed it.
Yep.
Yeah, really funny.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know. I get to Victoria's frustration of like, you didn't think it prudent to tell me with my history that there's a
Yep.
biological tinker in the group who,
Yeah.
you know, oof, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Oh,
felt
yeah.
like that maybe was not that Miss Yamada isn't perfect still, but that maybe was a miss of not telling Victoria.
Yeah.
I would argue, as I said to Alan, as I'm literally reading in bed, I was like, Miss Yamada has disappointed me for the first and the last time. I have lost. I'm not gonna say I've lost all faith in her, but this was bad. I understand, obviously, as a therapist, you cannot wholly trust your patients because they are narrating their own story to you and you are reacting and, taking in that information, but you're hearing it from their perspective. So you have to take what they're saying with a grain of salt and have an outside perspective in order to offer healthy feedback. That's just good therapy 101. That being said, I have a hard time seeing this where Yamada, had this information and went, yeah, I'm gonna drop a huge gap between myself and Victoria. I'm going to block her number. I'm gonna have Dragon investigate. We're gonna shut this down because that could totally be her. I'm like, good to suspect something's hinky, but to be like, yeah, absolutely, I can totally see Victoria, this being Victoria. Yes, absolutely. Like, what do you mean?
Mhm.
So the next chapter opens with the diary. So I'm going to reference that with this. Reading it, I did not immediately make the connection that like, oh, this is the diary now. And I was reading and I was like, do we jump perspectives? Because this is clearly supposed to be Victoria, but it's not Victoria. Like, I knew immediately. And then after a couple more paragraphs, I was like, oh, it's the diary. And then she's like, yes, I closed my laptop. So like,
Yeah.
I've never been more disappointed in Miss Yamada than I was in this chapter, where I was like, you really? Really? Like, good to doubt your patients, sure, investigate. But she went straight block.
Yeah. Right.
Whoa! That feels like a massive
Yeah, it's the kind of response where it's like, is she wrapped up in this? Not in like a nefarious way, but like, is she also being,
Yeah.
we just don't know that she's also being manipulated in some way or has something else that's someone stealing her identity, and so it's hard to tell, but it feels like that. It feels like that Yamada got roped up in this too, and now she's making
There's
these mistakes.
more.
Because I agree. I think it was a while to see the play out like that. I was like, not our Jessica.
To
Yeah,
go
I
imagine-
full, like scorched earth with her felt
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's not Jessica to me. That's
I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick
do it.
because I think
Nick does love his devils.
I do love my
Yes.
devils, and I like to advocate for them. It's one of my favorite pastimes. The devil doesn't get enough advocacy in this world. I think it's high time he got some.
It's
Anyways,
high time we stand on business. Go on.
Little Johnny did not deserve that golden fiddle. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That is a very obscure reference.
Never went down to Georgia. Yeah, we're not
Thank you. Yes. Okay.
heathens.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you take
might
us
be
for,
obscure to
Hicks?
some people.
What do you take us
There
for?
you go. Yeah. Not Hicks, who wouldn't know Devil went down to Georgia.
Was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind and he was willing to make a deal.
Indeed.
But Jessica,
Anyway,
she
no, that song's
blocked
gonna
that
be in my
number and
head
never
forever.
let Antari speak again.
It's true.
Trapped her in a conference room. That's when she began to sin.
Yeah.
Devil's like
Good.
Kaiser,
Good.
Rachel says, Nick.
Yep. Hey now. Hey now.
Oh.
Let's go.
There it is. Shots fired.
As I've once said in my own defense, it's not that I like Kaiser. I just think metal bending is cool. Okay.
Yeah, we know.
It's okay, Nick. You don't have to explain yourself to us. We know.
No.
We know what you're
Okay,
into.
Devil's
It's fine.
advocate for Jessica here, though. I could imagine, like, if I were a therapist, I would imagine what would I feel like would be like really hard to deal with, and that, of course, would be feeling like I failed my patients in some way. Likely, Yamada hears about what happened with Chris and Amy and Goddess and all of that, right? She's maybe hearing it secondhand or third hand by this point in time.
Mm.
And she thinks to herself, crap, I messed up. Like, I didn't get Chris. And she's probably thinking, where did I go wrong? Like, what did I do wrong that didn't serve Chris? Then Dragon's like, hey, you should probably read this diary. It appears to be Victoria's, and I think you should read it. And lo and behold, she reads this diary, supposedly from Victoria, which probably outlined how Victoria was manipulating Chris into becoming who she wanted him to be. I think I could see just like being so angry at Victoria that you're just like, I can't even talk to her right now. Like, I need to see her face to face, because if she calls on the phone, I'm not going to say it. Like, I'm not going to get it, and I'm not going to believe her. And so I don't know. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, solely in the sense of hearing so much second and third hand, and then being handed basically, here's how your other best patient manipulated your worst patient into becoming even worse. And I'm like, oh, like then it's like a double failure, right? So I don't know.
Sure.
Again, it is scorched earth, and I think her responsibility to Victoria should have been first. This is weird. I should talk to Victoria.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or
No,
get
yeah.
more
Get
people
more
to look
information.
into it. Like, get more
Yeah,
info, because
yeah.
it feels so. Yeah, and I mean, like, honestly, it's extra tough because Miss Yamada has been such a good source of truth into Victoria's life and encouragement, and she's literally been like, because we've seen her from Worm, and she's just crushed it every time. She said the right thing at the right time. She was able to be the right space for the person that she was trying to help. So good at that. It's easy to forget. Like, I mean, never meet your heroes. Like, I felt so betrayed in that moment. And it's just like, it's a bummer because she's still human. Like, she still has these moments where she makes bad decisions, and I think the not telling Victoria about Chris was a huge bad decision. But like, it just feels like, I don't know. I kind of like went from, I would trust Miss Yamada with my entire existence, to like, yeah, I don't anymore. Maybe you should go back to the farm. You lost your touch, Jess? 'Cause
Rand points out,
Cold.
and kind of fits with what Nick was saying. He says, to be fair, even Kenzie thought it was real. And as readers, we get an insight into Victoria's mind, so it's easier to tell it's not her.
To be
But
fair,
did
Kenzie will
Kenzie-
believe anything.
Did Kinsey think it was real? Was that
We'll
really
get to Kenzie. I have thoughts about
Was
that.
that
We'll
really
get
Kenzie?
to Kenzie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Well, and any other thoughts on 13.3?
I did have for a brief moment here, it did cross my mind, like, have we gone full Shutter's Island? Is Victoria like imagining all the rest of Breakthrough and they're not real, and this is all just one big therapy session that Jessica has like concocted to try to break her free? And
Even
then
better, she's still the wretch
yeah,
in
exactly.
the asylum.
Like, she's in the
That's
asylum. and
fucking
this is,
terrifying. I just got a weird shiver, and I don't like it. And I
like the only
I
real
hate that
people
this
are like
idea is planted
Sveta
in my head
and
now.
a few of the other people that are like coming in to help. Yeah, it's like
The
then
truth
everyone's
is, this explains why it's only been like a month.
Right.
exactly right. The time feels weird. And then I said, no, wait a minute. Responses to Ward have been mixed over the years. I think it would be too good if that was it. So
No,
Yeah,
that
that
would
was
explain,
it.
that would everybody is upset at the end because it was just a dream.
It was
that
all
was just a dream the whole time. Yeah.
Ooh, I'd be so upset.
In the Patreon, which only some of you can look at, a wonderful meme was shared. It's the Bart Simpson meme. Say the line, Nick. I don't like Kaiser. I just like metal bending powers.
It's true.
Hilarious.
That's amazing.
That's good.
So good.
Oh
Man.
my gosh.
Well,
Never escape the allegations.
it's true.
How do we
it's
feel
true, I
about
never will.
Vic using her aura? What are our thoughts on that?
Mm,
Yeah.
did
I'll
not
tell you
like
what,
that.
On Jessica.
Every time that it's happened where it feels like it was accidental or just sort of a result of heavy emotion, because she uses it against the mayoral candidate, right, in that one scene and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Every time I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. And then every time afterwards, in her internal monologue, she's like, oh no, I meant to do that. That was
Yeah.
intentional. And I'm like, Victoria, what are you doing?
You could just say you had a slip.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
just like,
She can't lie to herself.
Listen,
You know
We
who
are-
you should talk
we can
to?
stand a we can
Sveta.
stand a self-aware queen though, who's like, no, I'm manipulating you.
Yeah. I mean,
fair.
I am the
Yeah.
gaslight. I am the girl boss.
Yeah.
I am the
gatekeep.
gaslight.
I am the keeper at the gate. I am the lighter
Yeah.
of the gas.
I like that one a lot. I mean, she later she justifies it by saying, I don't think she would have told me if I hadn't used my aura.
Mhm.
Mm.
Still not good enough. I mean, because to me it feels like you have to, like, she should have taken the high road of this idea of like, well, Jessica doesn't trust her, and to kind of prove that Jessica is wrong about her to not use her aura. But she can't. But when she does, it's like you're proving her point. Like, you're proving that she can't
Mhm.
trust you, because the whole thing is like, I don't know if I can trust you to like talk to you about this without you reacting badly or manipulating the situation or, you know, whatever. And then that's exactly what Victoria does. So it's,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I probably, if I had been in her shoes, I would have done the exact same thing, used my
Yeah.
aura, because like, just out of frustration of like, I've been in the dark, I've been thinking the worst, you literally just had a team meeting without me, like,
Yeah.
fucking tell me something. So like, I
Yeah.
totally get using
It-
her aura. It just sucked.
You know what it reminds me of is the scene in The Fellowship of the Ring where Gandalf confronts Bilbo, and he does the
Yeah.
whole like Bilbo Baggins and like gets
Yeah.
bigger, and you know, like
me Yes. for
some
darkens the room.
Cast
Then his
You know,
voice
like,
just keeps
you know-
getting doctor. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, and it's like, you know,
Yes.
sometimes you just gotta scare them into helping you, into doing the right thing.
Right.
You
I
put-
was
put the
thinking
fear of
Jedi
God in
mind
them.
tricks.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Too-
right
too
on.
nice.
But yours
yeah,
is better
too
though.
too
Will
gentle.
tell me.
Too
Yours is
gentle,
better, yeah.
Yeah, it's very
yeah.
gentle. Yeah, it's, I mean, it sucks. And I think that this is kind of like, even if we can move past this and you know, Jessica, like the truth comes out and Jessica apologizes or something, like this is not gonna ever, like, Vic is never gonna forget this. Like, she's never gonna be able to move past
Yeah.
this, because she's had, and this is why it annoys me so much, probably the most, is that like Jessica knows that Victoria doesn't have the people in her life that, like, she doesn't have many. She has a couple. She has a few. And her group is supposed to be that. And then we find out about Chris. And it's like, okay, great. Fantastic. And then, of course, Kenzie is always a problem. But, like, we'll get to that. But, like, she doesn't have that many people that she feels like she can fully trust, and Jessica is one of those people. And for this to kind of blow up so much, so it's like it makes me wonder if Jessica knew she was burning a bridge and was willing to do it in order to protect herself, because I feel like later on we have a conversation between Chicken Little and Victoria. And it's very much of like the whole, I need to step aside for my own mental health. And also, like, clearly someone needs me and I want to be there for them, but I can't for my own sake. And I wonder a little bit if that didn't happen here with Jessica, because Victoria was talking to her all the time and was leaning on her very heavily. And like maybe this was, in a way, I hate saying this because I love Jessica, but maybe this kind of gave her an excuse to question Victoria's motives and to be the reason to put space between them. And then,
Which
of course,
sounds an
portals, but
awful
like,
lot like the next conversation we're gonna have between Sveta and Weld.
yes, it does.
Don't get ahead.
I'm seeing a lot of
I
good
know.
mirroring in this
Like I said,
arc.
they're doing this leapfrog thing where each
It's
one
delicious. It's scrumptious. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I think I've enjoyed these chapters so much is like it just, the cyclical cycle that just feels good to eat with my eyes and my ears. I don't know. It's
Tasty
just
words.
tasty. A tasty treat.
Gotta get that
Tasty,
all
tasty.
5,000 flavors.
Yeah.
That top cream,
Oh,
vanilla.
as Fran and as J-Man and Rachel point out, breakthrough, well, not technically I think hers anymore because they have moved on from the group therapy, were her clients, as it were. You know, she was the one who put Vicky in touch with them in order to do this. So on some level, breakthrough, the therapy group, is her priority over Victoria, who is a former client and pseudo friend, we'll call it.
It is definitely
Like,
not quite a friendship, but sort of.
yeah,
Yes.
they're
Mentor,
not. They're not.
mentee, maybe.
Yeah, it's a bit more.
I don't even know like that. It's weird
messy.
because it's some state
It's
in
messy.
between. Because it's like somebody that they could get coffee together, and they can talk about stuff. And she feels comfortable enough inviting her out to talk about this with the therapy group and introduces them. So she feels responsible for doing that, especially if finding out that Victoria took this as an opportunity to manipulate the group into doing what she wanted. And then also like on her own responsibility level, not just introducing her, but also protection wise, like of the two, she has a priority to the group, not to Victoria. So it's better that she like excise that so she can focus on the group. I don't like it. In fact, I think it's a really bad therapist move in terms of the stuff that she's doing. Mostly it's one of those like, these are all things that you need to do, but it's the tone of voice that you come across through this with, like, you know, this should be a confrontation. Absolutely. This should be something that's talked about separately. Absolutely. This should be something that's said to Victoria, hey, we found some incriminating stuff in your diary. Let's have a conversation about this. And if I feel like you're being really manipulative and squirrely with me, you just got to understand we're done. Like, it feels damning.
Yes.
But she's right. Like this should be something that you should know what you're accused of and how you're going to be handling it. And, you know, I'm not a therapist. I only took a couple of classes. But like, this just seems like one of those, the tone is the wrong way that she came about it.
Yeah.
Get somebody else to talk to Victoria if you can't, if Jessica is feeling too attached, too close to it, too personable. Be like, hey, I'm
have
gonna
a mediator.
have a mediator. Like, I'm gonna have to get somebody else to do this. Do that.
Yeah.
Like,
this is the worst way to go
somebody
about
from
it.
Foresight or something.
Yeah. You have to think, though, is Jessica coming into this conversation thinking she might be confronting basically an abusive partner, right?
That's the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's why she comes out so hot, right? Is like, because again, were Victoria doing everything that Jessica was thinking she was doing? That's where it gets tricky, you know, is like
very.
But this is what I like about it is like this is not the classic trope of, oh, if these two characters just talk, everything would make sense. This is
Right.
literally
Yeah.
we have two very different perspectives from two different experiences, and neither of us have all the information. But
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
That's
I
nice.
think no matter what happens, the relationship is likely irreparable, even if Victoria's
Yeah.
reputation is cleared.
Now, Nick, you
Unfortunately.
touched on something that I love about Wildbow, which is most of his problems are not idiot problems.
Mhm.
There are characters, and the idiot problem, for those who don't know, is can the issue being dealt in the media, like the movie or whatnot, be dealt with a simple miscommunication that if the two characters sat down for 5 minutes, everything would get resolved? The answer is most movies are an idiot problem. Rom-coms are the worst, but most movies in general are, I feel, are
Yeah.
prone to that. Like, why are the bad guy and the good guy in a fighting? Idiot problem. Worm requires like the two people would have to sit down for like minimum hours to do something. I love Moose and I love Vicky and I want them to be together, but for them to come into conclusions about like when they're like in combat and what the issues that they have when they're on opposing sides could be resolved after maybe a half a day of negotiating. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't oh, well, you just misunderstood what I said there. No, this is a very serious sit down conversation. And in this case, like, Victoria and her mom could sit down for days and their issues will never get resolved. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
with Yamada in the room at her best. Worm
Yeah.
Yamada could be sitting in the room and
Worm Yamada.
and they would still it would take legit months, years of therapy for them to figure out their problem and to get on the same page. It is a fundamental difference of the way they think. And you just don't get that in other stories.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. It's much more realistic in that way, because I think, especially early on in teaching, you kind of have this hubris of like, I'm right, and all I need to do is explain it to you well enough, and then you'll understand.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand, or if you disagree, then clearly I didn't explain it well enough, and I just need to try again. And that feels like, there is sort of that mindset in some stories, like you said, where it's like, oh, if these characters just talk to each other, this is literally just a dumb miscommunication, and if they just shared stories, they would understand. But this feels like no matter how much they talk, they're just going to come away with different perspectives, and that's a very realistic take on life, which is refreshing for stories. Disappointing because it affects characters we like, but refreshing in the sense that it's realistic.
Yeah.
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 Well,
As J-Man pointed out, Yamaha, Yamada past her prime. You hate to see it. You know what they say? What is it? Live long enough. What is it? Die the hero, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Become the villain.
Had she died in the portal,
Yep.
goaded forever, but she
Damn!
lived. And
Damn! I hate that you're right.
most people do. They hated him because
Well-
he spoke the truth.
Also, Rachel.
Okay, get the fuck out. Michael banned him immediately.
All right. On that note, you guys continue. I'm gonna go. Yeah.
all right.
Dude.
Well,
Go.
should we get
Oh my God.
after an hour and 20 minutes? Should we get to the halfway point?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! Look, all the good stuff was in. I've been saving up all of my thoughts and feelings
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
literally the
Yeah.
beginning of Ward until now. So
Yeah. This
Do we
is good.
start calling Yamada Yamaha now?
Yamaha?
Yamaha. I mean, if we do it, see, Alan's gone. He doesn't know, and we just start doing it, and we just don't
Yeah.
correct each
Yamaha.
other, and that's just how it's gonna be forever.
Fair enough. All right. Well, 13.4
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
as we continue
Although I'm
on.
loving Bunty is just hanging out in
Yeah,
Alan's
I
screen
know.
corner.
I was gonna pull her
He's
up
so
just by
cute.
herself.
Yeah.
So cute. She's got a little bowl on the cat tree, and Alan calls it the little cereal bowl that she sits in sometimes. Yeah, she's literally in the cereal bowl. So
And you can
fucking
bounce her up and
cute.
down in it like a basketball.
That's my
Boing, boing,
little
boing, boing.
baby right there.
Hilarious.
Dash Bunty.
That's awesome.
All right,
Anyway.
Sometimes I get a big old
13-4.
ladle and
Oh, sorry.
Go
Go
for
ahead,
it,
Nick.
I was talking about ladling your cat.
like a big bowl of cereal.
13.4. Vic reads her diary and then decides to take Lookout to the chicken tenders meeting. She confabulates with Tattletale and gets her to look at the diary, and TT decides they should investigate. Oh, this is the team up I've been waiting for, man. Like, I was
Yes!
like, as soon as she's like, who can I talk to help? And she's like, I'm gonna talk to Tattletale, aren't I? like,
Heck,
goddamn,
yes.
I gotta go talk to Tattletale. God damn it.
So I'm feeling really bad
Tattletale,
about myself.
tattletale,
I
it's
have
almost
a lot of
like
issues that I need to work through, some of the mental, emotional, social, physical. Do I want to fix my problems or do I want to hurt myself? I guess I'll talk to Tattletale.
Right.
Yep.
Like her going to Tattletale is self-harm, right?
It's
like
going to the
Yamada would
bar
not.
instead of going back to a different therapist.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's like picking a fight on the street just because it's like men will literally do anything rather than go to therapy.
Right,
And
exactly.
it's a guy just like waiting in an alley to bump shoulders with somebody so they can get the shit beat out of them. Except in this case, it's Victoria being like, I
Yep.
could get, take some time for myself, think about this, or I could
or
talk to Tattletale and, really
get
regret
called
some
names.
shit. Yeah. I just need somebody to call me Glory Hole one more time.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, I love this. There's a lot of problems with it, but in this chapter, I really love this kind of dual parenting that's happening with Kenzie. Of like she is both of their children, and it's literally the two parents being like meeting up and being like, Tattletale, Glory Hole. Like I love it so much. And they're, she's like checking in, she's like scoping out their little hideout or whatever. She's like looking at the different spots and their snacks, and the Chicken Little, they walk in the door and Chicken Little, he does his whole like turns around with the chickens, like stroking his chicken. I just love that so much. So much fun. And
they are delightful.
That
Absolute
energy
delight.
too of like that kid fun energy that I think like I just want for Kenzie so badly.
Mhm.
Which, we can talk about later. I guess we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. That was so funny. Whoever wrote Victoria's diary, I think, has been reading a bit of smut, because part of her diary, I did think that was funny, was like, in the slight tension I have with Ashley. Also, I see the way Byron looks at me, and it's just like, whoa, whoa, what is this?
my goodness
This is like-
gracious.
Was Vista writing
See,
this?
all this is Wildbow is like in a mood where he was like reading like harem worm fan fiction.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh man, but this whole thing is just it feels a little bit fillerish, just in the sense of like it's in between the real stuff. But
a little.
I did love all those little bits that you mentioned. Just because it's kind of like, what are we doing? We're gonna go talk to Chicken Little. There's some funny moments that happen, but really all that happens is Tattletale's like, okay, let's investigate. I'll team up with you. Like,
Yeah.
nothing else really happens. It's a
love
fun,
that-
very fun though.
Yeah, I do love that satisfying moment of Tattletale's like, you have 5 minutes. And Vic is standing there, and then 10 goes by. And it's like that satisfying moment of like, okay, I'm not crazy. Like, and then 15 goes by, and then 20 goes by, and Tattletale comes out, and she's like, yeah, we need to look into this. Like, oh, that's so satisfying, especially because Tattletale is just by nature so condescending and petty, and I just love that about her so much. She's such a peach, and having this, has always been, she just needles Victoria, and I love that. That's so much fun. But this moment of like the seriousness where the needling kind of drops for a minute. She's like, no, yeah, this is a problem. Like, we need to deal with this. And I love that, of like that vindication of like Victoria isn't just because she thinks she's crazy. She's having this moment where she's like, did I write this? I don't know. And like I had a moment where I was like, has the wretch gained sentience? Has the wretch written this?
Yeah.
You know?
Shard or
And
something.
but having exactly, and so like having this kind of vindication of like where Tattletale's like, no, I'm seeing a bigger picture thing going on here. Like there's something bigger than just this weird diary on your computer. Like this is bigger, and we need to investigate. We need to look into this. And I'm seeing that this is going to be leading us to foresight. So like that's the direction we're going to go. And it's so satisfying. And team up of the century. I love it. So
As
here for it.
Fran points out, unfortunately, the more suicidal you are, the more likely Tattletale is to help you out.
Well, not just more suicidal, but also the bitchier Victoria gets, the nicer Tattletale is to her.
There's a sliding scale.
It is that same way with like the kids too, where like the meaner Victoria is to them, the like Tattletale shifts over to being the nice parent, and vice versa.
Exactly. But then it also flips where they're like, I love the like, you know what? Let's call it $7.50, but I'll knock $50 off if you're mean to Tattletale along the way. Like, give her a wedgie or something.
She needs to get bullied.
Give her
more.
a wet willy.
Yeah, give her a wet willy. Find a way to give her a wet willy along the way.
A noogie or a swirly.
I know. No, that was so funny that she was like a noogie. I'm like, oh, okay, that's. I mean, all right. Victoria could do it. It's just
And Tattletale would never live it down.
No. I just want to see like Tattletale's talking, and in the background, like the focus shifts, like it shifts. So now you're like looking at Victoria, and she's just going,
Oh, no.
and like gets her right in the ear. I want to see it happen. I know Victoria doesn't swing that way, but I could almost ship them together because it would be too fun to have them as a little moment.
Okay, so
They're
hear
funny
me out.
together.
No,
I've already voted once for the boys.
No,
For the
I'm not
girls.
changing
But
my
for the
vote. My vote is the
girls.
same.
No.
But
For
the
the girls.
ladies.
Is it Victoria and Ashley? Or is it Victoria and Tattletale?
No. I'd rather it be
for the-
Victoria and Tattletale because I like
I'm a
Tattletale better.
For the banter.
They're just
I
too
think
much fun.
honestly, I think that might be why this is so good. This whole part is because I'm like, oh, Tattletale's back. It feels like Worm again.
Right.
You know, I
I
didn't want that
love
to
that
be the
home
case, but I
cooking.
think that might be
Yeah.
part of it.
Because all the little Tattletale things that just make her so enjoyable as a character. Victoria's like,
Really,
my
though.
password is, and Tattletale's already typing it in.
Like,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
My password is.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
Oh, I love it. I love that. I love the kind of dynamic between them because Victoria, like, Tattletale's really just trying to push Victoria to like stop being such a goody two shoes. Like, I feel like that's her motivation for needling Victoria from the beginning. Has always just been like, admit that you're not perfect. And Victoria's like, well, no one's perfect. And she's like, stop giving me this bullshit. Just be a bitch for a second, and we can finally have some ground to stand on. And so if they were to like if Victoria ever decided that she was done being a hero and she was okay being a rogue, like Foil, like she was okay being a rogue / villain space, I think she and Tattletale would get along so well because Tattletale would purposefully push the envelope to piss her off, but Victoria would do the same the opposite way, and they'd make a great team, like a great like little rogue team. Oh, yeah, it'd be fun. I just need more Tattletale in my life, really. That's all it is.
Agreed.
Well,
Bernard, the answer is later. Moving on.
13.5.
Was there more in this chapter? I feel like we talked about everything. I think we're good.
So. Yeah, it was a
Go
pretty
ahead, go
short
ahead.
one. Again, it felt like a bridge chapter.
Yeah,
getting us to
I
where
think
we
this
needed
was
to
like
go.
a 30-minute audiobook chapter too. I think it was one of the shorter ones.
Yeah, it was a quick one.
Yeah.
13.5 Conversations in the car. The investigation takes TT, Vic, Snuff, and Chicken Little to Foresight, where they scrounge for information. They're pointed towards Ratcatcher, who, they say, has a story to tell. Mm.
Love Chicken
So
Little
this
being a
is,
part of this.
yeah, Chicken
Ah,
Little.
yes.
I really liked his conversation with Tattletale, and I liked that, or with Victoria, and I liked that Tattletale and Snuff respect him enough where he's like, "Hey, can I just talk to her and you guys not listen?" And they're both like,
Yeah.
"Cool, yeah." Kind
Yeah.
of metaphorically roll up the limousine window.
Yeah.
You know, and they have, and just that like mentor mentee coaching moment that makes Victoria such a good character. It really
Yes.
shines here. I feel like, yeah, really cool. Really liked it.
Yeah.
Good character development too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Are we timing our drinks, by the way? I'm sorry. Nick, Jacob, and I keep drinking right about the same time, and it's cracking me up. We've done it for the past 4 times I've taken a drink. I go to pick up my drink, and I look,
I
and
also
Jacob is
noticed.
drinking, and I go to put it down, and then
Yep.
another time, and it's Nick, and we're just alternating.
It's
It's
psychological.
freaking
You see
out.
someone drink, you get thirsty. And you guys keep
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah. That's
Ooh.
hilarious. I did not notice that.
Uh,
I'm gonna only notice
Um,
it now.
how do we feel about what Chicken Little says about Kinsey though? I feel like that's a
Oh,
big
yeah,
a
we need
big
to talk
deal.
about this.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Kenzie's supposed to have rules, and I don't feel like Kenzie's following
she's
them.
not. No,
Yeah.
she's not. Yeah.
And
Slipping into her old ways.
The rules, yeah, the rules are there for a reason. And I think that while it's like one of those things where like candy's delicious, but candy all the time. Sorry, I forgot we have a character named Candy. Let me rephrase. Pizza's delicious, but pizza for every meal, you're gonna feel sick, you're gonna feel bloated, you're gonna be you're gonna have too much sodium, your acne's gonna act up because it's too much oil. Like it's just gonna be all of these other things are gonna start impacting you because of you're eating pizza every fucking day. And like as much as I love the idea of Kenzie being around these kids and connecting with them, and she's, fucked up in a certain kind of way, and the heartbroken are fucked up in a certain kind of way, and Chicken Little kind of bridges that gap, and they'll like to get love it, but maybe not as a team. Like, and we're seeing that here with Chicken Little being like, I'm starting to resent her, and I don't want to. And it's been what? Timeline again.
3
A
weeks.
week, 2? 3
Yeah.
weeks?
Yeah.
They can't function as a team if it's only been 3 weeks, not even a full month, and Chicken Little is like, I kind of hate her. Like,
Not like
Yeah.
I hate her, but like she's annoying.
no, of course not. Yes, he's and the thing though is it's really easy for that line to go from like, okay, you're annoying me slightly to like, okay, this is really annoying to like, okay, I fucking can't stand the sound of your
Yeah.
voice. Like that can happen fairly quickly unless you deal with it immediately.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that
If
sucks.
it becomes a burden to communicate with somebody, then
Yes.
it's hard to have a genuine relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a couple of people like that in my life where it gets to the point where you see a message from them, and rather than being like, "Oh, so and so messaged me," you're like, "Okay, I gotta
Yeah.
read that later when I have the
I
energy
gotta
and come
deal
up
with
with a
this
reply."
now.
Yeah, yeah, and it doesn't lead to healthy relationships. And dealing with that at what, 11 years
Mhm.
old, 12 years old, however old Chicken Little
Well,
is,
yeah.
12
Yeah.
is
I think so.
so
Something
much
like
to
that.
take on. The fact that he's even self-aware enough to be like, I'm kind of not liking it, and I don't know how to say something to her,
Yeah.
Yep.
but I don't want to resent her. Like I feel like that shows a lot of self-awareness on his part, which is good.
Yeah.
For his age. But man, that sucks. Like, and you just feel
Yeah.
bad for Kinsey because all that is that she is excited to have friends again, and she forgets that real people need boundaries.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which
And it
was
would not
that's
surprise.
what got her into
Yeah.
therapy in the first place.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny because like we're getting to this point. One of the little themes of this first half of the arc is that okay, so I might have missed it a little bit, but when did Jessica Yamada officially come back? Like, how long has she been back, quote unquote?
This is the official comeback.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right?
Is it?
So
Yeah,
she
she's
like
been off farming this whole time.
reappears and everyone starts relapsing. Like Sveta's falling
Mm.
apart, Kenzie's
Mm.
back to her own ways. Byron is going through a breakup. Like it feels like not where you would expect them to be.
Yeah.
Regrouping with their favorite therapist.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Yamada's the sinister in me wants to believe that she's behind all this and it's not really her or she's being manipulated or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
something's going
I
on.
don't know.
Yeah.
Well, very
Yeah.
thematic.
I mean,
Coincidence?
we're also
I
Coincidence.
think not.
I mean, we're also coming off of a time where everyone was literally pretty cut up.
Right.
And
Very true.
we're having to deal with that now. And so like I understand things kind of slipping through the cracks. Like you're trying to make things work. You're trying to feel normal again. You're trying to like you for some of them, like Tristan, like your body is literally had to get put back together. Like this has been a very traumatic, tough time for everybody. And it makes sense that in that, like Kenzie kind of backslides with the rules that she has about, you know,
True.
hugging and personal space and electronic time. And I mean, we've seen it before. She consistently makes excuses and allowances for herself. And they, by the nature of their job and what they do, they almost have to make these allowances for her because of extenuating circumstances and because, well, you know, the wardens need the security tech and she's really fucking good at it and it's a project for her to work on and that maybe could be distracting at this time, so like we're going to let her work on it. And it's like it's really easy to forget in moments like that Kenzie's still a kid with no parents who needs to have the boundaries and the supervision and just doesn't have that. And like even at the home or the place that she's staying at, like she has a workshop because the people there realize that she has powers and they're trying to kind of like give her that space and that special outlet and special circumstances when it's like, I mean, yes, absolutely Kenzie needs that, but we still have to keep boundaries in place and someone has to be on top of that. And it's like, I mean, it's fucking exhausting. I wouldn't want that job. Like, there's a reason I have 3 cats. Because kids are terrifying enough. Nick, I don't know how you do it. Although your kids are fantastic, so I am.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite scary. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Fortunately, neither of my children are quite so messed up or have superpowers, so that is
Yeah.
that
Yet.
is certainly a
We
benefit.
can
Yet,
thank
It's okay.
the universe.
I'm
for
waiting
that.
until they're about 11, and then we're gonna go for the triggers, and then
Right. Yeah.
Look,
just
Charlie
gonna-
would make a
Alive, yeah.
great chicken
Like,
little type.
listen, son. I'm gonna get this basketball hoop, and your job is just to score on me, and then I just bat it down every time until he
Over and
Just
over
teach him a
again.
lesson.
again.
Go through the montage in the rain,
Yeah,
in the snow.
Exactly, in the rain, in the snow.
Amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, this is where we get the fun foresight conversation with Annalise and Effervescent. Which I
Yeah,
love. They
Effervescent.
immediately slip into nicknames Lace and Effie, where it's like
Right.
I love it.
it's the removed layers of naming where it's like they're already using cape names and then they have nicknames for their cape names. You know, Lace and Effie. It's great. But yeah, again, that's that kind of scrounging for information of like, well, who's been on the outs, who applied recently, and it points them towards Ratcatcher, who we've met before, who we have mixed feelings about, I think, in
Mixed
our group.
feelings.
Do we?
Do we? Do
Mixed
we all like
feelings.
Ratcatcher? I feel like somebody didn't like Ratcatcher.
Ratcatcher is
No.
a peach.
Okay, never mind.
She's
Amazing.
weird.
Ratcatcher
she's a
has no
peach.
stands. I am dead.
If there are
Fair enough.
four Ratcatcher fans, we are them. If there
We
were
are
three,
I am dead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So we're all Ratcatcher fans. Good.
We're good. Yeah.
Yeah. But then we do get that little moment in 3.5 or 13.5 is the one we mentioned where Tattletale's like, "Oh, you know what Annalise was asking you to do, that rooftop meeting." The whole
Yeah.
It's like, I like how she explains it to Chicken Little with an analogy he also wouldn't understand, where she's like, like when someone invites you in for coffee, it's not about the
Yeah.
coffee. And he's like,
It's like
Okay.
Netflix and chill. And he's like, what's Netflix?
Yeah.
oh, that's right. It didn't make
You'll
it
get it
past
when
the
you're
end of the
older.
world. Ooh.
Yeah.
You'll understand when you're older, Chicken Little.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Chicken Little, like, he's like 15, 16. He looks back on conversations like this and he's just like, oh.
The numbers
so
are
much.
calculating.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man, good times though. Still good character moments, right? Which we really appreciate. But I think we can move on to 13.6 with Ratcatcher.
Can we please?
Alrighty. 13.6. Ratcatcher showcases how hard it is to be awesome all the time, and how that can be taken advantage of. She has been a victim of identity theft. Breakthrough and Undersiders start silent running. They're pointed towards the big picture.
Hell yes.
Ratcatcher is underutilized in this story, and we need more of her.
I listen. It's not every day you get insight into somebody's sex life. I didn't expect that it would be Ratcatcher, but here we go.
Nope.
I love, as Rachel pointed out, it started with me getting pissed drunk.
Yeah.
I love-
just was like, I have lots of great friends that give me plenty of good advice. I have Templeton, Rasputin,
and Rasputin,
Rose Gold, and like
Rose
whatever the
Gold.
other thing is. And
It's like
Tattletale just goes
mouse,
rat,
alcohol.
mouse, liquor. Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh,
Oh,
Just
so funny.
I love that she's like looking through her text like, that sounds like me. I would do that. I wouldn't do that though.
Snakes
Snake
are
up the bum
disgusting.
hole.
Snakes
Snake up
are
the bum hole is
terrifying.
too far.
Oh my god. I mean, I knew. Listen, I'm 31. I've existed on the internet for way too long. I knew what the messages were alluding to, and it was one of those things where I'm like reading, I'm like, oh no, no. Is this where we're going? I think that's where we're going. Oh, we went there.
We've arrived.
Yeah,
Yeah, the pickup line bits
Ooh,
cracked me up. It's hilarious.
it was. Oh my gosh! Wow, what a choice! What a choice!
I'll be honest though.
I want to know what
would have worked on me.
I want to. I want to know what her pull rate is. Like,
Yeah.
how many do you pull with that line? Because
More than you'd think.
more than you think.
Would you rather
So
have?
weird.
Would you rather bring a rat to climax or sleep with a woman? I mean,
Some people
don't
don't have the
forget,
choice.
Rat climax lasts up to 5 minutes. So
I like that
And
she's like,
that's
that's
the pickup line.
probably
bit.
not true, but it makes the pickup line sound better.
pickup
They're
line.
like, does it?
Weird. I mean,
That's
look.
great.
There's someone for everyone.
Oh man.
Chat loves Ratcatcher.
I
as
love
well.
that. Yeah.
Ratcatcher is great. I love Ratcatcher.
This line-
from the
this
from
line-
the beginning.
This line got me that's a pickup line. See, I rate myself an honest 3 out of 5 and say I'll do this because even a bad one is pretty good. And then no strings attached. It's like, well, okay, all right.
I love that she's thought through it. Like she's like,
Yeah.
I've
I'm
put
a 3 out of
together.
5.
I like to
Like-
think that she has a note in her notes app. She has the series of texts and she just copy and paste them when she's like
Absolutely
trying to pull
does.
moves.
But let's be honest, she's not copying and pasting. The rat is doing it for her on her
Templeton?
phone.
She's like sitting,
Yeah.
and Templeton is like
Yep.
with his tiny little rat fingers,
and tell him.
tiny toe beans.
Full ratatouilleing the
Oh my
phone.
gosh.
Yeah.
Also, I love that she's like, they're my friends, because, they've got the eagles, got them way up in the sky. She's like,
Yeah.
they're my friends. I've trained them to use the litter box, and they bring me snacks when I'm in bed. I'm like, you really
love
are
it.
living the dream
What did she
here.
Yeah.
Like,
She say? She's
I-
like, I heard you're not supposed to drink until after 5, and it's like, and when do you usually wake up? About 3 p.m.
yeah.
That was so good.
You're not an alcoholic if you start
funny.
drinking after 5.
So I'll just sleep until 3 o'clock, 3,
Sleep
4
until
o'clock. Yeah,
5.
there we go.
Oh, so funny. Oh my gosh.
Do we just need
Honestly,
to
though,
have
like-
a best of rat catcher
Yeah.
quotes? It's just
Best of Ratcatcher.
just all the times rat catcher has ever said anything.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
I know we've been hard on Wildbow and a few of these arcs, but like these arcs are where he just shines
They're
as
so
a writer.
good.
Like these character
Yeah.
moments are just fantastic.
For real.
Like
It
I know it's
makes-
never gonna
It
happen,
makes up
but could we
for
get
the
a
past
with
arcs
Rat
being
Fat
an
and
action
ending with
comedy
putting
written
makes up
by
the bullet
Wildbow?
Yeah.
All 7 of
Oh
you
my
were talking
God.
at the same time. God damn it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Didn't know who to
That's
laugh at.
7.
They multiply when you start talking together.
Yeah.
Like no one
Oh,
can listen
okay.
at all.
So good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, good times. Oh, she just because so fun fact, if you didn't know this, Alan had fancy rats when we were dating and engaged, and I used to go over to his apartment that he shared
And
with
in my
Jacob,
dorm room.
and in your dorm room that wasn't allowed, but he did it anyways because it's Alan. But I used
Naughty
to
boy.
wear my hoodie backwards, and so the hood was like right here, and one of the rats would like curl up, and I'd play video games at their apartment with a rat just like right here up by my face, and he was so stinking cute, adorable, and like so cuddly, and he would like come up, he'd like nibble on my face and just like give me little rat kisses, and I'd feed him little yogurt balls, and he was great. It was lovely. He was lovely. Anybody who thinks that rats aren't good pets is a liar, and they need to reconsider their entire life
No,
choices.
rats are decent pets.
Fantastic pets.
Oh, yeah.
I as a quick side note too, as a quick rat story, my sister got a rat as a pet. Was told it was a boy rat. Unbeknownst to her, it was a female
no.
rat. Whomst
Oh,
was
no.
pregnant.
No.
And
No,
that was
she
when-
triggers McGregor's.
that was when my poor sweet innocent sister discovered the horrifying fact of reality that rat moms will eat their babies.
Oh. Oh no.
The trauma
Mhm.
began.
Fortunately-
They do indeed.
Fortunately, the pet store bought back the survivors.
Oh,
Oh.
the
So what did
traumatized
she
survivors.
trigger?
Did
What
any-
power did she get
I
when she
was saying,
triggered?
Yeah, did any of them?
So what
trigger?
was her?
Yeah, right.
Amazing.
That's the story how your sister
Oh.
became like a yeah. I guess that's how you get into rat breeding, right?
Yeah.
No other way.
Yeah,
Like it's just childhood
Just something
trauma.
about the blood and the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this is my calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's,
Survived this.
now she's an English
Give me a
professor. so
personality. Well, and we're so proud.
it's true. Um.
Oh,
Anyways,
That's funny.
yeah. So they're great chapter. 13.6 was a highlight for sure.
Yeah.
I
Very
literally
fun.
very rarely does reading something make me laugh out loud. Audiobooks will, and obviously shows and things will. But this was one of those moments where I did the couple of like the like kind of laughs, like,
Oh yeah.
just out of sheer surprise and delight.
100%.
My wife looks at me and is like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just something
You
funny."
what?
She's like,
Did you
"Are you
just
reading?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm
sneeze?
reading it."
Amazing. That's amazing.
I
No,
definitely
I
get
I
that at
had moments
work
like
on
that too.
comms.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so good. Well,
Mm.
listen, when Wildbow makes Nick laugh out loud while reading, we know we're in good chapters. It really does feel like these have kind of in a weird way, like, made up for the sins of the past of Ward for me, because I think, I mean, I've shit on some of this stuff pretty hard thus far. My disappointment has gone very deep, but these chapters, there's just some really deep, impactful moments, really funny moments, some great character interactions. It's just like, oh, crispy, like this is the shit that I love. Like, this is where Wildbow shines. Like, this is the good stuff. It makes me want to, read a book that's this fucking long, because it's so yeah. Anyways, okay. Get it out of my system.
I do
And
one last thing on. Oh, sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
no, I mean, I was going to say, we don't want to miss the point where Ratcatcher is also a victim of this weird identity theft stuff.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. we
what's
do
going
confirm
on?
That.
Yeah.
We do confirm that, but
She would never with a snake.
Tattletale suspects. Yeah, never with a snake. Tattletale suspects Countenance was the real target, though, not Ratcatcher, which is interesting.
Right.
Yes.
Which I thought was. Which he also has a nickname. They call him the Count. They call him Count. Anyways,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Foresight
fun.
in their nicknames for each other is just adding. I did
Yeah.
want to also mention 13.6 before we move on. There's that brief moment where Victoria and Tattletale talk about the charade, the charade they used to have as heroes and
Yes.
villains,
Yes.
where it's like,
Mhm.
alluding to that game that Tattletale talked about way long ago in Worm, and sort of the like,
Yes.
it was a charade and like things used to be good, and Tattletale's like, but were they really? We were just kind of faking. And she's like, at least kids weren't getting chopped up into pieces. And Tattletale's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give you that one. Like, touche. However,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
I did like
enough.
too. She said, "It's a good way of putting it, but the tool I was handed is a backhoe." It's like I was not
Yeah.
given, the tools to be
Yeah.
the good kind of person that people would want me to be.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Yeah. Mm.
Last chapter.
good time. Last chapter,
Oh. Oh boy.
and then we
It's gonna
get
be a long one, fellas. Strap in.
13.7. We get from, I feel like, the heights of fun, interesting character to creepy
yeah.
character.
Mm-hmm.
Big picture, 13.7. Creepy photographer is creepy. Breakthrough breaks silence for a crisis, which are Weld and Tress having a breakup. Sveta decides to join the investigation to work out her frustrations, and they head for the local villains at the lodge. All right. Big picture first, because there's a lot to deal with
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
I think
let's do that one
Weld
first,
and
'cause
Sveta is definitely a more heavy
Yep.
conversation. And yet,
Mhm.
yeah, big picture. I find it interesting that he is like, I have a thinker power that allows me to see the environment better, and I also use it for photography. Like that
Yeah.
Yeah.
that side of it I thought was clever, is like, as
Yes.
a ruse of like, oh, I'm just a good photographer, but also I have superpowers. I was
Yeah.
like, that's pretty cool. I like that. It's unfortunate he's a weirdo then.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like I I have not had much experience with like boudoir type photography. However, I have heard that a good boudoir photographer and somebody who's interested in doing it, it can actually be a very affirming and positive thing for body positivity, in the sense of, wow, I'm a lot more attractive than I thought I was, and these look really good. And I can look at myself in, you know, because people who, and I've been this way too, when you look at your body and you don't like the way your body looks, you tend to wear baggy clothing, cover yourself up, like you don't want to show off how you look. And so that vulnerability that comes with something like boudoir or that style of photography, where you are revealing yourself, is very intimate and can be very powerful. So the fact that he's taken it and used it on Case 53s, who we know are like literally walking, talking body image problems, um,
Mm.
it's like it does. I understand why Victoria is so uncomfortable, because it does feel so exploitative, even if it's not
Predatory?
technically predatory. Yeah. Even if
Yeah.
it's not technically, even if it's all technically above board, even if it's
Oof.
all technically in writing and in agreements, and they were paid
Right.
handsomely for their pictures, it still
Oof.
feels icky. And
Yeah.
Yes.
and since bodily
Incredibly.
autonomy is a really big theme, I feel like this just kind of hammers a lot of that home.
Yeah.
And it kind of hits on too, just sorry I'm on a bit of a rant, but it kind
No,
of hits
go for
on
it.
to that concept of like your image is not your own once you put it out there.
Yeah.
Sort of how,
Yeah.
with social media people or personalities, like, I mean, you think about how many memes we use that are real people, right? Like Leonardo DiCaprio alone has like 20 or 25 that get used regularly.
Mhm.
Um, and on top of that, then you've just got even like streamers like Markiplier's using a lot of memes, people like that. And it's fun as a culture to get into that, but then you remember, oh, that is a real person. But that image of their face no longer really belongs to them. And
Mm-hmm.
were that done with an embarrassing or a less than ideal picture, I could understand that feeling particularly upsetting, right? Like, oh, my image is
Yeah.
no longer my own. I don't own it. It's now being
Yeah.
out distributed in magazines and for people to look at and use however they see fit, for positive or negative. So
Yeah.
it's a mm,
Yeah. It's more than a bit icky. Um yeah. Yeah, there's so much of this that I was like listening to that I was like there so when Victoria walks in, she specifically doesn't shake his hand and she
Yeah.
like pretends to look at pictures and she doesn't want to touch him and she has this kind of like she's thinking about Sveta. She's thinking about what she knows of what Sveta has shared with her. She's seeing it in front of her, these pictures that are clearly like she talks about the gully that she's like you can feel the tension in her shoulders through the picture and she's like looking through her dreads and it's this very striking image even from standing on the other side knowing the particulars of how this picture came to be. She can see the tension, she can see the problems in it, and it's one of those things where it's like I it's so like I don't really even have words for it. It's so and he looks at the case 53s and he's clearly like, "Oh, like I want to be like them. I want to be." And it's like, no you don't. You're fetishizing
yeah.
part of their reality for
Mhm.
your own entertainment. And it's cuz you can admire somebody different from you and admire features about them or admire personality traits or admire talents. Like that's normal. I but the line that he crosses that feels so clear with his photography, with the way that he talks, with his actions, that it's a fetishization of
Yeah.
case 53s and people in general. And it's like, oh, it's so slimy. It's so unsettling.
Yeah.
Just oh
Yeah.
yeah.
See, this is one of those things where like I remember reading this for the first time and not getting it. Um because and and even now reading it knowing, what's going through Victoria's head and just like I don't know, reading more, focusing more um on this, like there's still a weird disassociation for me reading this of like, I mean, it doesn't seem like anything's weird to me. And I have to sit there and go, and I do mean like the vibe thing, because I can't get a vibe. I don't feel like the vibe was imparted to me except through like explicit Victoria being like, I don't like this. And of course, I just go, okay, like, well, I'm not feeling that as much as, like the sense of dread or something like that when you read a horror book. And in this, I did not feel the feeling of creeped out. But then it just kind of makes me think of like all the times where I'm just with people in real life and you don't have an explanation for why you don't like something or for what's going on with them. It's just a vibe. And you're just like, and she even mentions like later, like, there's no line that was crossed because with how he operates and the circles that you're in, everything is a very gray space. And it's just incredibly, like, because of that, I don't know, it's such an ambiguous reality that works within. Yeah.
I remember what it reminded me of it at times is I've considered signing up or trying to sign up for reality TV shows, competition shows in particular, because I think they'd be fun to play. The issue, though, that I come back to sometimes is that when you sign up for those shows, most of the time, Love Island in particular is one I looked into just because I was curious about how there were some articles about it. Not that
Really?
I wanted to play Love Island, but I was curious about how there were some articles that came out about some negative press and lawsuits and stuff.
Gotcha.
And I kind of went down a rabbit hole of rights in I think I watched a
Yeah.
Legal video on it actually. Anyways, one of the things with it is when you sign those contracts, part of what you don't necessarily realize is you are signing away the right to your image as portrayed in the show. And basically anything you do on the show owners have the right to portray you and use your image not only for the season you're on, but in perpetuity to promote your season, to do anything related to the show. They can use your voice, they can use clips, they can use your face, they can use your pictures you take with them. You basically sign over your entire image, and even to the point of like kind of a bit of social media control, because they basically will say the reason you have any social media following now, you went from 50,000 to 2 million followers, is because of us. So
Right.
like you kind of sign over some rights even to your social media image, not completely, but some, at least during the time frame you're on the show and stuff like that. So just the idea of like, I can imagine these people being like, hey, I'll pay you really good money for a photography session, just sign this contract, not realizing, oh, I signed a distribution contract and not just like a photography contract, like like a
Yeah.
promise you'll pay me.
Right.
And
Yeah.
some people who've been on shows like that are like, I don't like the way I was portrayed, and I wish they wouldn't have shown me that way. Like that's not who I am at all. And now there's
Yeah.
real world consequences for me because everybody thinks I'm an asshole because that's who I was on the show. But
Yeah.
I'm not that person. That's just how they showed me to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Because they can cut. This was something that's interesting you brought that up. Because that was something that happened. I don't watch The Bachelor or Bachelorette anymore, but a couple of years ago, I was watching it, and there was somebody who was like on the show. They weren't like one of the main people, but they were kind of one of the more background characters that ended up, leaving. But like, it was very much that their audio and their footage was cut a certain way to make it seem like they were this kind of like pompous asshole. And the guy was like, I'm like, that's not what happened. Like, they cut two separate scenes together to make it look like I was
Not even
reacting this way to that
chronologically
question, but like
accurate or
that's not
whatever.
what
Yeah.
happened at all. Exactly.
Yeah.
But you don't have any control of that because they can do whatever they want with the footage. And
Exactly.
because they're trying to tell a narrative, they're trying to keep the audience engaged, and they'll do that because it's good for their ratings. And you've signed a contract, so bummer.
Fun fact too about reality shows. Most of them, like Love Island or The Bachelor, Bachelorette, they'll use opaque drinking glasses. So you don't know at what time of night the footage is being taken because you can't see how much of their drink they have left. It's a little clever editing trick. You can piece together bits and pieces from all throughout the night however you want, whatever order you want, because the continuity of having a drink here and then here and then here and then here is not a concern if you can't see it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Big brain skeezy producer things.
There's a
one might even
lot of
big
weird
picture.
shit.
You might even say big
Thanks for bringing us back.
picture. Yes. Anyways,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah, it's
I'm
creepy.
happily married. I'm not interested in Love Island. The idea, I just want to clarify that. The idea of me being on a reality show and me mentioning Love Island were two separate thoughts. It was just
Thank you for
course.
similar
clarifying.
concern. I want to be on Survivor is the kind of show I want to be on if I'm on.
I was about to say it's probably Survivor.
We all could have guessed, but thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify that. I know you guys know, but the audience may not. You'd be like, wait, I thought.
I thought Nick was married. Who's gonna tell his wife?
Oh man. Yeah.
I'm actually gonna
all I
edit this
think
whole
of-
episode into
make it look like
fully out of order chronologically, because
There you go.
that's the theme of the show, right?
I haven't seen the
Basically.
show, but there's a clip from Bob's Burgers that I've seen a few times where the wife is like to the husband, like, "You tell me if you had a second family, wouldn't you?" And he's like, "Of course I would. I need your help. That sounds like a lot of work."
It was great.
That's
All
funny.
Yeah. Well, big picture also points over to the fact that something is screwy in the world. And so, but it's interrupted by a crisis call from Rain, who's like, "You gotta get back here, man. Shit's going down."
Yeah,
It's going down,
that is how he
geez, Vicky.
sounds.
Not to rain on your
geez,
parade.
Vic.
Oh my god, he is Morty, isn't he? He's just Morty with like, I hate to say it, a
Oh, I
cooler
totally
outfit.
heard that as Shaggy, not as Morty, but yeah,
like
that
Vic.
too.
Yeah,
What are we gonna do?
That also works. It also works.
It goes both ways.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, is eating all
Yeah.
the Scooby snacks.
Weld has eaten all the Scooby snacks, and in fact has gotten caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Well, not quite, but you know what I mean.
His hand
Really?
in the Kraken jar, you might say.
Oh, I don't like that. No.
Is that see? That's a
Or
callback to Glowworm. Her nickname was Kraken in a jar.
Right.
Do you
But
want
I
to do
don't
a
like
callback
it.
to
But I don't
whatever
like it.
G-string girl
Like-
while you're at it?
Like poetry.
No.
It rhymed. Wait, who's G-string girl?
Also Sveta when she
Was
was.
that also- Oh yeah, that's right.
We
That's
have to
hilarious.
move on.
Forgot about that.
Do we need to?
We have a lot
reference
to
the fact that
cover, and
we did sort of speak this moment into existence, and I do hate all of us for that.
I
but
know.
As soon as we
I mean, we
mentioned
knew
it,
it
I
was
was like,
coming, right?
it was coming.
Very
We knew it was
upsetting.
As soon as Weld took Victoria aside and was like, "Hey," we're like,
Hey.
"Oh,
We were all
oh,
like-
no."
Yep. Like, yep, there it is.
Damn. Yeah.
Damn,
my man.
damn.
Damn, it's never a good way for things to happen like this, because you say things you don't really mean, but you're feeling pressure to like jab at the other person, and you end up doing shit. It goes bad. Like, this is, but also at the same time, there's this kernel of truth, because we know of Weld and Victoria's conversation. There's this kernel of truth underneath it all, and Weld, he's a sweet boy, but boy, howdy, is he thick in the head. And this just, oh man. Oh boy. Foot
I felt
in
so
mouth.
bad. Yeah, I mean, when Sveta's going on about how she like obviously has no memory before her trigger, and like didn't get to learn all of this from her perspective, right? Like, that was just so hard to read. How do you start life like as a teen, basically, and have to deal with all that comes with that without having any concept of growth or prep for any of that, and then on top of that, being unable to like actually act on any of that, those feelings and desires is rough.
Yeah.
And just I think her saying, tell me it's my cooking. Tell me it's
Yeah.
I'm too clingy. Like just in the desperation of she just
Yeah.
because if it's that, she can control it. She can take a step back from cooking. She can be less needy or whatever. And it's like this moment of like, just tell me it's something that I can fix, that I can change, that I can control, because this is something I cannot control. And that is just so heartbreaking. Just, oh
Yeah.
gosh.
I mean, it's hard because like that is unfortunately how I feel like that is how, especially couples, when you have a couple and they don't start out this way, but one of them ends up with a disability at some point.
Mm,
I wonder if this is kind of a similar feeling to that, where it's like Weld is a good person. He wants to do the right thing by Sveta. However, can they have a real relationship in the way that both of them need as they are? In the same way that, like, I mean, and there's a reason why, we look up to those couples who were like, oh, they had a bad car accident and she was paralyzed from the neck down, but he took care of her and stood by her for the last 30 years of her life. Like, there's a reason why we look at those people and we're like, wow, that's amazing. Because I think we inherently recognize when you switch roles from being equals in a relationship to being a caretaker, it changes. The difference is that Weld and Sveta were kind of always that way in a way.
yeah.
It's sort of like Weld was always Sveta's caretaker first, and then it developed into a romantic relationship, but maybe it never should have. Maybe that's where they went wrong in a sad way, is like
Yeah.
maybe it shouldn't have turned into that type of relationship. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Trauma
think
bonding.
about it's like season 2 of The Newsroom. You have your like Boy Scout character, and he is just the nicest guy in the world. And this one girl essentially breaks up with him because she's like, look, I know that while you love me, you don't love me like this other person. You're just really nice. And you would be, we would look back at the same time now and you would love me as much. 3 kids and a 20-year marriage into this. And then you would figure out like, oh, this isn't what I want. I've just been nice this whole time. Like, because you're a nice guy, and you would just never
Yeah.
figure it out. Like, you're just too nice to think about being selfish. And this is, I think about that a lot with characters like this, where it's like, Weld and Sveta are probably together because Weld's a really nice guy. And, he's all about, taking care of people and whatnot. And how much of that fed into, Sveta is someone to take care of and to be there for. And she really likes him. And what is a nice guy supposed to do except for like take care of somebody who needs him, And they find themselves years down the road. And, he brings up with Vicky, like, I don't think this is what I want. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and and Sveta's, it's rough for both of them. Obviously, Weld's a bonehead, and Sveta's right. Like, he is a nice guy, so what is he supposed to do but the right thing every time? And because it's this like he would never break up with her because that wouldn't be the nice thing to do.
Mm.
But if he could somehow unintentionally, like subconsciously, essentially force her to break up with him, like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and there's like I want them both so desperately to be happy and fulfilled and with a partner that is just everything that they I want that for both of them so desperately. And I can't help but see this kind of trauma bonding that's happened between them. I mean, they do have a lot of things in common. Honestly, being Case 53s is a you can't ignore that. And that's a big commonality. But that's not a reason to be together. And like just because you've gone through a lot with somebody isn't reason enough to stay together. But at the same time, what about that commitment of standing beside somebody through the thick and the thin? Like it's a tough one. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's no good answer here. Like, I mean, the easy answer is like, okay, we'll just stay together and like suck it up, basically. Like, deal with it because no relationship is perfect. And this is going to be your thing that you're just going to have to struggle through. And I hate that. I would hate that for anybody to be in a relationship because they feel like they have to and they have to stay out of a sense of obligation. And that's just like, I don't want that for them, but I also don't want them
Yeah.
to be alone. And there's this, what Sveta says about how come he gets to have the fame and he gets people to love him and he gets a normal-ish body and he gets to kiss actresses on TV shows and he gets the father figure, and what do I get? I don't get anything. I don't get any of that.
Yeah.
And like that hits that hurt me
Yeah.
deeply.
No, that part, and two, I don't want to miss. There's been this undercurrent throughout this half of the arc that we haven't talked as much about, which is a couple of bits where we notice number one, Sveta is controlling herself a lot better. She's been having sessions with Rain.
Yes.
I mean, she's
Yeah.
walking around in a dress. She's got the fake arms, but other than that, like she's just walking on her own, 5, 6, 7 tentacles or whatever.
Yeah.
But she's moving more like a normal person. She's getting closer to not to having a body, maybe, but to passing as having a body, you could say.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there's also that little bit about her losing the body that Rain made her, which was a really big deal
Yeah.
to her, losing that autonomy, that safety of the body. And then also underneath that, we have Victoria inquiring about the group, the villain group that's like Orchid, yeah, like
Orchard.
Orchard, yeah, Orchard, who
Yeah.
also had a connection to Big Picture. We talked, there as well.
Yeah, that was weird.
That brief moment of her still looking for like, I want to try to find a way to help her and Weld have what they both need in
Yeah.
terms of her body, in terms of his needs. And it does become that kind of, oh, this is the perfect time for somebody to insert something that would make them upset at each other. And then it comes back to what Victoria says, like, hey, Master Stranger Protocols, like, yes, this is all true. Maybe the pictures themselves weren't true, but these feelings are true. But we need to still be careful that this is being planted at a time when you're meant to feel vulnerable and to separate us.
Right.
But it still sucks because Victoria does know, and we know Weld has been feeling all of these things. He just hasn't
Yeah.
had a chance to say it, or hasn't. He's been waiting, like Victoria advised him to, and then something came up that triggered it all. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it was before they had the talk. Technically, that
yeah,
was when they were away.
yeah, right.
No, I like what you said, Nick. It makes me think of a lot of things, but specifically talking about her body, of like, she, in order to function, she's essentially been moving around in this this suit, and that's been the best it can be for her. She can decorate it, she can dress it up, but it's not her. It is a casing around her at best. But it's better than the ball, and then it takes the breaking of that and her being forced into just essentially having the arms kind of, and having to go through these training sessions with Rain, that like, you're right, she is seeming more in control of herself, and I kind of wonder if she didn't lose the body, if she wouldn't be able to continue progressing to be in more control. Not that it's not convenient or whatnot to have, this body that was hers, but it is a shell, and learning to be
becoming
in
more
control
herself.
of herself,
Yeah.
being a more important thing. Because
Like
I want,
forced her to let go of the crutch kind of thing.
yeah, and we'll flip that and think about other people, in this case Victoria. Like, Victoria has been so antagonistic towards herself, and she outputs that to the wretch, verbally a lot of times, and she gets put in the situations where, because of the danger and whatnot, she gets put in these situations where she essentially has to come to terms with the wretch, and there's no going around the path. It's a long road that doesn't get you there. Eventually you have to go through it. And so like her, like, oh yeah, if I don't think about the wretch, if I don't let it do its thing, then we're fine. And so far, that doesn't work. You gotta go through it. You've got to come to terms with it. Otherwise it's just going to be an ever-present horror that just kind of surrounds you all the time. For whatever that represents. One of our patrons points out, Sveta is, I don't know if this is straight from, Wild Bow or just, interpreted in there, but Sveta is a trans allegory, and her just having to want to have a normal body that she can function in. It's really tough.
Good writing right there.
And it's very good writing.
Yeah.
And so we're talking about, I had something about with the conversation between Sveta and Weld, and we were talking about, I know, we were just talking about Kenzie and Aiden, and about this growing resentment between them, because Kenzie has this need for people, and Aiden is a nice kid, and Aiden will be really nice, but at least he recognizes, hey, look, this is too much. I can't be this much for you. Like, Kenzie is requiring too much of me, and I can't do that. And because of that, it will lead to resentment. I don't resent her now, but I'm just tired and need to figure this out. And I think same thing, but he just, it's the, if he'd figured it out way earlier, I think there's a lot of comparison between him and Weld and Sveta and Kenzie, in terms of how you handle somebody else who has a lot of issues and needs support, but do you support them by, and we've even talked, like, Kenzie and Darlene and Aiden have this weird little kid crush thing going on, and Sveta also had this crush on Weld, and Weld clearly cares for, and loves Sveta, but like, I think, there's a lot there.
Yeah.
I'll look at this real quick. Yeah, and from Wild Bow, provided from Rachel. There's definitely room for interpretation in the direction talking about the trans allegory. I kind of left the door open for it. I thought it was at least partially drawn from my own experience, which is more disability centric. For me, the difficulty was in getting a cochlear implant and having to make the hard choice between a sort of lonely existence where everything was harder, but where I had ears that were on a B- on a good day and a D- on a bad day with devices, and basically gun for an A with the very real risk of a permanent F and side effects beside. That's what fed into the mindset and interplay for Sveta's dilemma here. But I'd be outright lying if I said that the trans allegory wasn't something I was thinking about every step along the way. And as Jamin points out, the concept of body dysmorphia is a huge theme hanging around the entire story.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, that doesn't even play into what we just experienced with not big picture himself, but the pictures of people and talking about, boudoir shoots and risque, just being comfortable in your body and, and your body being exposed in certain ways and seeing that from an outside perspective. It's the concept of bodily autonomy, but your autonomy is being restricted by your very own limitations of who you are. Instead of, being pressed upon by outside forces. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
It just leaves one question, of course.
Hit me with it.
Sveta or Weld, which one's dying?
Oh no, don't put it out there. I can't stand it.
It's out there. No take backsies.
Not especially since Sveta's literally the chapter ended with Sveta being like, "Oh, you're going? I'm going with you." Like,
Hear me out.
No.
And the last thing I said to Yamada was, "I hate you."
No. How dare you? How dare you?
Think about it. How do you make the entire fandom hate Yamada for a second, and then you kill her for reals this time? And
I
you're
don't
like,
want to hear
regret
about
it.
No.
I regret hating her.
I regret everything.
I shouldn't have said those things. She was
Listen,
under a lot of stress.
my words have already been immortalized on this podcast. I stand with what I said earlier about being let down. Can you see through the fluffy tail that is Beckford's
I'm really trying.
ass?
I'm really trying. Also,
Well,
in the wake of the sadness, in the wake of the sadness, Rachel got a bingo.
Yeah. Go bingo, go.
Cinched with the they go past 10:30. Love for Ratcatcher. The breakup makes someone sad, and Nick goes full teacher.
Fair enough.
Nice.
I accept that. At some point,
Wow,
I must have gone full teacher.
He has laid across the entire.
I feel like Nick goes full teacher is just Nick also.
Nick tells us about something he knows that we don't yet.
Also, for the cat, as you can see, there's the boy right here, and he is slinked all the way across. My phone, my mouse, my keyboard.
Classic.
Your head in your muffin.
Under his butt. Oh, and he's moving the mouse across the screen with his butt. All right, come on.
It is getting late, so to wrap it up, any more thoughts on those on that chapter?
We have to talk about Kenzie in this chapter.
Yeah. So we find out that Kenzie may have read the diary.
May have.
Did
she
read.
did.
Well,
most
okay.
of it. She admits.
Here's what I will say.
Yes, your theory. Go.
Yeah, go.
The theory, not entirely original. I will give credit to the comments because they caught this pretty quickly on. Victoria, just moments before, tells Weld and Sveta, do not trust anything electronic. Do not trust any digital communication. What happens immediately after is Kenzie communicates electronically with Victoria
Mhm.
and says, "I've read your diary." And Victoria's like, "I'm so sorry. You were never meant to read. Like, that's not mine. That's not true."
Yeah.
And Kinsey is surprisingly calm
Yes.
for finding out that one of her trusted parental figures has been manipulating her this whole time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I just thought that's how adults were."
Mhm.
I don't know if that vibes with the Kinsey we know.
Mm,
True. However, we do know that she's very okay with like
Yeah.
Ashley using her.
Yes.
Also true as well. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, just use it." Like, her relationship with her parents is obviously messed up. I do
Yeah.
think there's enough room there to have a seed of doubt, but also
sure.
it could just be Kinsey
Yeah.
disassociating and being like, "Oh, you don't think that? Okay." Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
she there the I basically
Yes.
I'm sure Alan probably heard it as I was listening to this part. I'm literally just sitting back in my chair because I wasn't working at that point. I'm just sitting here freaking the fuck out and just going, "No, Kenzie, no!" Because it was like she's basically like, "No, it's okay if you did treat me like that because I know that like I could trust you." And to me, that's very Kenzie of being like,
Yeah,
"Well,
true.
no,
True.
because it's you, it's okay." It's like, "No, it's not okay. That's in fact terrible behavior, and you should not let anybody treat you like that. Even if it's somebody that you
Right.
care about and you love and you think has your best interest in mind. No one should be treating you like this. No, Kenzie, no. No, Kenzie, no." Is basically what I was chanting through that whole section. And so I would like to believe that this is some more Master Stranger nonsense, but I don't trust it because Kenzie just
Sure.
this is mentality we've seen from Kenzie
Yeah.
before. And we're coming right off
True.
of Chicken Little being like, yeah, she's been pushing through her boundaries and we see it. She like bear hugs Victoria and Victoria's like, we have rules for a reason. I want it to be Master Stranger, but I don't. It's convincing enough, which we've seen already that like whatever is behind this, it is clearly really good at recognizing what people do and behave and act like.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
too accurate for it to be like, oh, Kenzie went rogue and is doing all of this, right?
right.
Uh,
It's way too
like
accurate.
it's way too complex for just her, but it's someone who has got a very similar power set. It feels like, or access to data in that way.
Mhm.
Yes.
I have a theory.
Hannah's theory.
Machine Army?
Finally, are we finally gonna get her
Are we
machine?
finally
I hope
getting
so.
the
I
Machine
think
Army?
so.
That would be great.
Ah.
I'll
So-
take it.
Here's the thing. Tattletale says something very briefly about it in her chapter when she's theorizing. She talks about these people or a machine, and then she quickly moves on. And I was like, a machine. So let's think about like AI and recognizing patterns and pattern prediction and like being able to take in a bunch of data, which if you are a machine and Kenzie is on your team, you have constant and complete access.
Mm-hmm.
You can analyze behavior, you can analyze history, and you can utilize that to predict and create and manipulate. We have text manipulation. We have text manipulation. We have text. We have now video and audio and photography potentially, and more cell phone stuff. That's all built around this idea of past behavior and matching it. It's like it literally made me think of training an AI off of someone's existing voice and then
Right.
having them say something. It's like it's not that person's voice, but if they're trained off of enough data, they can say something in the voice that sounds pretty damn close. Enough to make you wonder, did I say that? Like,
Mhm.
I just this is my theory. I think it's Machine
like it.
Army.
Yeah.
I think
I'll take it.
like
Okay.
I think it could be that. Like that could be fun. I don't know. I'm here for it. I like the idea.
No,
I
not
like
a
it.
bad idea.
That's the best.
I've been waiting
theory.
for the Machine Army for too damn long.
Yeah, really.
No, they're not.
That's
They're
the
never
point.
gonna come. It's gonna be like, there's something like that. I feel like in a movie or something where it's like, oh, the such and such is coming, and it just never arrives.
Well,
Never
winter
does.
is coming, and it never
Yeah.
arrives. Thanks, Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
yeah, Game of Thrones. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I think it may be the simpler answer of teacher.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate teacher. I don't want to give him that much credit.
I mean, yeah, his Dr. Robotnik looking ass doesn't deserve much, but you know what?
real.
I think of all the logical villains, like of all the planted villains we know about so far, teacher makes the most sense to me.
Or the Simurg, who is now being
Or the
very
Simurg.
active. It's a little too
also
active for the
active.
Simurg, but
Yeah.
maybe in conjunction with someone. Because the one thing that trips me up on all of this is that Victoria's diary alluded to her wretch by name, which to my
Yes.
knowledge, literally nobody knows except Victoria. Is that right? And
Jessica
Yamada, I think.
Yamada.
Yeah, and Yamada.
And wouldn't Yamada keep notes?
Yeah. Yeah.
And wouldn't a hive mind
Yeah.
computer read those notes?
Maybe.
That's why I'm like, I'm feeling
thing
like
is-
this is.
I don't know. Machine Army, unless we find out there's somebody at the head of the Machine Army or some like very good AI intelligence, like a broken dragon or something.
Mm.
Like I feel like
Ooh.
Machine Army feels too impersonal to make such
Mm.
personal attacks, right? They're more of like
Mm.
the existential threat of like one day there could be this large force that comes through a portal we have to deal with. Whereas to me, a teacher or a Dinah or a Simurf feels more like it could do the more personal threats, leaning more Dinah
Right.
or teacher, or even like Contessa or somebody like that.
Mm.
And
I
when
could
Contessa show
see.
back up,
Yeah,
Where's she
Contessa
at?
might be working for teacher.
Where's she at?
I mean,
No,
we-
I don't
do
want to
we-
hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I did see Hannah's brain. You were thinking of the other dragon code,
Pandora.
right?
Yeah,
Pandora?
Yeah.
Pandora.
That would be so
Pandora,
cool. What a
yeah.
great callback, though.
Yeah.
If that was it, right? Like
That'd be
she's
cool.
just like, you tried to banish me. Like you
thought.
tried.
Yeah.
You thought. And then just the Machine Army rises up.
There
I
are
just
no strings.
Maybe
on
the Machine
me.
Army is Pandora.
love it.
Yeah.
Could be.
I just think it would be so
Could be.
fun if this were it. Like all of the
It would be.
media
It
stuff.
would be,
like
be very good.
Yeah.
It's been alluded to a few times.
yeah.
We need to fire Chekhov's gun. Like,
Mhm.
go on.
Yes. I will say I'm very much I'm kind of annoyed that we got a little taste of the Machine Army. I feel like I've
no
been
worries.
like paranoid about it now, like waiting for it to happen, and I don't know if it ever will. Like maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
We'll
Who
see.
knows?
I trust the bow.
Mm-hmm.
I trust the bow. After the past couple of episodes, my trust in the bow has been restored.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really.
I'm very
done.
excited to read the rest of this arc. I
really am.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm like, I read 2 days before podcast because I like it fresh, but I might be reading tonight.
Yeah.
The next chapter.
Might listen to a chapter here. Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything else? Otherwise, I think we're at the end of our.
Yeah. The only thing we might do is favorite powers. There weren't really any new powers, but I did just want to
Yeah.
call out Snuff, who
Yes,
sends a cigarette into a black hole.
I love it. And the smoke.
And all the smoke.
and
And he's like,
the dust.
oh, time
And
to go.
the
He's just like,
snow.
whoop.
That's great.
So
like, all right.
cool.
Cool.
I like him
Sure.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Snuff. Good side character as well. Again, lots of like great little character moments that made these chapters memorable, and that's a I don't know what he can do with those tiny black holes, but it's a cool power. I give him props for it.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with
Very
tiny
cool.
black holes.
It's true. Ratcatcher knows you can do a lot with tiny black holes.
Bruh.
Oh, bad.
Bruh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We want to talk about who we would think who we want / who we think the interlude's going to be. Also.
Oh
Is
gosh.
the next
I
chapter
forgot
an
about it.
interlude?
Oh,
No,
The
I
next
think
chapter
it's
is an
chapter 8
interlude.
and then an interlude.
Maybe.
Maybe.
8 and then an interlude.
I think it's
Either
8
way.
then an
Correct.
interlude.
Next interlude. Who do you want?
Ooh.
Oh,
Weld.
Weld would be so good. Weld, or I would take a Sveta interlude because so they're
Yeah.
leaving, and then we're gonna get one more chapter of some maybe shit goes down, and Sveta like acts out, and then if we got a Sveta interlude right after that, that would be really sweet.
Or whoever is behind this, obviously, if they reveal that in an interlude, you know, we get the
No.
perspective
Ah,
of
the Yamada interlude.
Not
Yeah.
so soon.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I'd take a
It
Jessica
was
Yamada.
Danny.
Wait.
Anything to give us a bit more insight.
Danny
into her
doesn't
thought
have the
process.
balls.
I
this.
know.
So you thought.
We just get an interlude. It's all binary, just a bunch of zeros and ones.
Yep. That'd be sick.
Yeah. There you go.
I would love
Jarvis,
that.
load up another narwhal interlude for me, please.
Make it
Hell
twice as
yeah.
long.
Hell yeah.
Jarvis, make her 7 feet tall.
Give her a 3-foot horn. All right. Well,
Chat.
Oh my.
Chat's killing me.
yeah.
What's
What are they
chat
saying?
saying?
I had not heard about the pale epilogues, but I would love to hear more. How Beckford is digging his nails into my knee. I since I feel like I'm close to the end of Pale, we'll see how that goes. I'm excited. I hope they come out before I finish, if they haven't already.
Rachel says
but
that
next
the
week,
Uber and Leet. It was Uber and Leet. That was what I was laughing
It was
at.
Uber and Lead all along.
Uber and Lead all along.
Yes.
Yes.
Classic.
bastards.
Jarvis, hit me
Classic.
with a circus interlude.
Yes.
Mm.
Next week, or not next week. When are we doing this?
Yeah.
When's the next time?
2 weeks.
So
Well,
2 weeks.
it's the
2 weeks from now, I'll be out of town.
today.
Yes.
2 weeks from now, I'll be out of town. So we were thinking that might be a community day. So then
Community
it would
Yeah.
be sometime in
Yeah.
March
Would-
10th,
are we-
perhaps, would be the next one.
Would we be back on our Tuesday schedule or our Monday schedule? Because it's been kind of wonky since the
We
start
have.
of
It's
the
been
new year.
2026 has been off to a
God.
wobbly start.
Such a rough start.
We
Scheduling
can
wise.
keep Monday. Monday's fine. We can keep Monday either way. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it works for me.
I'm going out on a Monday. All right.
I just don't want Alan to be right, though. You know what I mean?
That's what I was
That is-
thinking, Michael. We are on the
Inside me, there are
same
2
wavelength.
wolves.
So, I mean,
One
One of
two
them
wolves.
One
wants
is happy
Alan
with
to never
Mondays.
be right.
Yeah, the other needs Alan to be wrong.
Do you guys really
as
prefer
I
Monday?
stroke my evil cat.
Yeah.
I was about to say, literally, I was going to say this
Monday, you
earlier. He
say.
is the handsomest man on this podcast. Look at him. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Lord.
How about we
Look
as a
at
group
him.
circle back on what day we want to do?
We'll
Yeah.
circle back
Figure
on that, and also circle back on the official day, because the more day I need to get on the Patreon and see on the Discord and see what day works best for the most people on the Patreon to hang out. So
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
let
good
us
thought.
know, and for the rest of you, keep your eyes peeled on Mondays. So yeah. But the next official will be, I guess, March, technically.
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Nice.
Yes,
Um,
man. February has
Wild.
gone by.
February's gone. Yeah, crazy.
Crazy quick.
But yes, exciting
Yeah,
for a community
wild.
stream in 2 weeks, either the 9th or the 10th. Not the 9th or the 10th.
That will
sorry.
be
Nope.
so much fun.
The
I'm very excited.
23rd or the 24th, one of the two, guys. And we get to hang out and chat, and you guys are always a blast, and we want to do more stuff with you anyway, so we just an excuse that Nick's gone to hang out.
Basically.
March Madness,
Finally,
exactly,
with
Bernard.
Nick
Thank you.
being gone. We can hang
know.
out. Finally.
Now you guys can
Jeez.
have fun now that the old fuddy duddy is gone.
Mhm.
Fuddy duddy.
Exactly.
As somebody pointed out, that teacher-looking motherfucker.
You've got me.
You had him.
I am teacher.
All right. Well, with nothing else, thank you so much for showing up. Lots of great comments. Love hanging out with y'all. Of course, join us on Discord. You know, we'd love to have you as one of our patrons, just so we can chat it up. Like I said, I'm trying to finish Pale. I'm on Arc 18 now, so if you all want to talk about it, we have a Pale Spoilers channel. You can give me your thoughts on that serial. But other than that, we'll figure out a good time to meet back up. We'll be reading next time we read. It'll be 13.8 to the end, 13.Z. So that'll be our next
cliffhanger
section of reading
for a while.
Gosh, a whole freaking month, basically.
Stay tuned, though.
Let me stew on that one.
Yeah.
And Michael, do you have a song for us?
Let's do it.
A song?
Join the Patreon. Please come on and join the Patreon. Why don't you just join the Patreon? Come support us and join the Patreon. Please help us and join the Patreon. We have fun. Join the Patreon. It's great. Yeah, join the Patreon. Why don't you just join the Patreon? Come on, come on.
Join the Patreon and see us when the camera's not rolling. Raw, uncensored. Come along now.
The kiss gets me every time. All right, guys, you've been the best. You're always a delight. We'll see you in 2 weeks, and stay tuned on Discord and here on YouTube to know the exact date. Bye.